WIIFTBP and WIIFTBP. Media's just for you and me. WIIFTBP. Media's just for you and me. Shop at Black-owned and operated Solo Beauty, where you are appreciated and respected. Located at 8158 South Cottage Grove, Solo Beauty can supply all of your black hair care needs. Solo Beauty is open from 11 a.m. to 8 p.m., Tuesday through Saturday.
Ladies Jackson.
If you could make up a social media holiday, what would it be?
Randy said National Don't Let No One Put You Down Day.
No one. What you gonna do? So when they say something crazy, you slap them?
Be like me said. Remy said a Jukathon Day.
Man, we about 60 years old. I be done had a heart.
You gotta get your heart rate up.
Okay, not that far.
All right, Mario said my favorite one. My friends and I do what we call National Call Off from Work Day.
As a business owner, I don't.
You don't like that, yeah?
I don't like that.
Because I'm the boss of this thing.
We got Marcus Garvey Day from Remy too.
Oh, Marcus Garvey Day. All right, what will we do on Marcus Garvey Day?
Call off from work.
I'm going to need you to go ahead and come in tomorrow. That would be great. Okay?
Yeah, right.
Every black holiday has something to do with calling off from work.
You're cool. You are my
about National Join a Positive Black Organization Day? Because I don't want to be recruited. I don't want to be recruited and the brothers be like, thank you. Thank you. How about National Tell White People the Truth Day? Tell them how you really feel.
You can't handle the truth.
Why don't we call that National Black People Get Locked Up Day?
I'm going to tell them there's an African-American man threatening my life.
Hello.
The most dangerous show in the morning.
Yeah. Ooh, I miss your kiss. Oh, your kiss is one of a kind. It feels so nice. Girl, you do it right. I miss. Oh, girl, you don't go too fast. You take your time. Just how I miss. Hey, oh, you kiss it, then I'm drifting off your love. Keeps me floating, girl. I miss. And ooh, it feels so good. I wanna come down. Girl, I'm missing that love. Come on. Ooh, babe, I'm missing all those kisses. Baby, bring those lips to me. Oh, babe, I'm missing all those kisses. Baby, bring those lips to me. Come on. When you're not around, girl, I'm tweaking. I swear I be hearing things. Oh, and if I cannot have you, girl, I'm feeling. Oh, that's such a talent you bring. Yeah. Oh, and it's too long. If I can hold you in my arms, if I can find a real good love. That kiss is a drug to me. Baby, your kiss is all I need. Come on. Ooh, it feels so good, baby. Oh, come on. Ooh, babe, I'm missing all those kisses. Baby, bring those lips to me. I miss it already, girl. I'm missing all those kisses. Baby, bring those lips to me. I miss it already, babe. I'm missing all those kisses. Baby, bring those lips to me. Oh, babe, I'm missing all those kisses. Baby, bring those lips to me.
Well, sometimes I go out by myself and I look across the water and I think of all the things what you're doing, and in my head I paint a picture. Since I've come home, well, my body's been a mess, and I miss your ginger hair and the way you like to dress. But won't you come on over? Stop making a fool out of me. Why don't you come on over, Valerie. to go to jail. Put your house on up for sale. Did you get a good lawyer? I hope you didn't catch a tan. I hope you find the right man who'll fix it for you. And while you're shopping anywhere, change the color of your hair. Are you busy? And did you have to pay that fine that you've been dodging all the time? Are you still dizzy? Since I come home, well, my body's been a mess, and I miss your ginger hair and the way you like to dress. Won't you come on over? Oh, stop making a fool out of me. Why don't you come on over Well, sometimes I go out by myself and I look across the water, and I think of all the things, what you're doing. In my head I paint a picture. Since I've come home, well, my body's been a mess, and I miss your ginger hair and the way you like to dress. Won't you come on over? Stop making a fool out of me. Why don't you come on over, babe? Why don't you come on over,
WIIFTBP. You are listening to the most dangerous show in the morning. This is What's in It for the Black People Radio. Maze Jackson. Maze Jackson, the most vociferous advocate for black people in the world.
For Ruthie Moore, for Todd Stroger, I am the host of the Maze Jackson Show, asking every single day, what's in it for the black people? And if you don't like it, you can still tell them Maze said, Mayor Lightfoot, man, we ain't accepting that. We ain't accepting that. Let's go. Yeah. Let's get down to business and go ahead and address the facts, man. Lightfoot seems more lesbian than black. Rahm Emanuel's another case. He was just as tired. 50 closed schools left much to be desired. Police had Anjanette naked on that body cam. They suppressed the footage so it couldn't touch a lot of hands. Reminds me of that 16 shots in that cover-up. Both of them similar, so I went and dug it up. George Floyd killed, a lot of riots happened in the town. Southside burned and they wouldn't let them bridges down. Grandmother sick, need a prescription and plus a couple groceries. You gon' have to travel just to get it now. COVID-19 out here shutting all the business down. Not enough SBA loans to even give around. So many failed businesses that you can put them in the pile. If you don't survive the pandemic, it's gonna sit you down. We sing, dance, play ball, entertain, and crack jokes. Government infested black neighborhoods with crack smoke. System that milked us so bad we got lactose. Still trying to find out what's in it for us black folks. We sing, dance, play ball, entertain, and crack jokes. Government infested black neighborhoods with crack smoke. System that milked us so bad we got lactose. Still trying to find out what's in it for us black folks. Shout out to Willie Wilson, hope one day you get to send it. We need some different players in the game to handle business. Too many shady characters like Madigan and Blago. But when you really break it down, it's typical Chicago. City full of gangsters, it's what the land was built on. Same streets with hood legends, DNA get spilled on. Carjackers out here lurking, trying to get they steal on. Looking for a block to put them Hellcat wheels on. Let us give bogus appraisals a red line. Car crackers out here getting minimal fair time. And up to seal carry, I stay with the pipe. The Illinois gun laws giving minimal rights. Stay up on the swivel, make sure I'm moving tight. Check all of my mirrors when I pull up to the light. Pick my homie up from out of town, man, he caught a flight. He was hella nervous, told him, shorty, this a way of life. We sing, dance, play ball, entertain, and crack jokes. Government infested black neighborhoods with crack smoke. System that milked us so bad, we got lactose. Still trying to find out what's in it for us black folks. We sing, dance, play ball, entertain, and crack jokes. Government infested black neighborhoods with crack smoke. System that milked us so bad, we got lactose. Still trying to find out what's in it for us black folks.
Wake up, Chicago! Oh, wake up, world. This is the Maze Jackson Show. I'm your host, Maze Jackson. Got my man, DJ Reese the Rule in the building, and you know what? We are rocking double duty. I can't say solo dolo. So I'm gonna be solo in the studio. Reese gonna be dolo in the control booth. All right. So when I say solo dolo, that's what I mean. All right. It is the Maze Jackson Show. I'm doing my thing this morning, y'all. I'm feeling. I went to bed. Kind of. So you know, y'all. Sometimes I be having situations on social media. Socially and digitally, I have situations. And I want to share one with you because I went to bed last night with a little, I don't know. I got tweaked a little bit last night. So, you know, yesterday after the show, I decided to make a post. And we're going to talk about it today. As a matter of fact, I'm going to make the social media question of the day. But I hate when I get tweaked in the middle of it before I go to bed. And I almost felt like it was the perfect example of the black relationship with the police. So y'all make sure, Reese, today we are going to do the social media question of the day at 6:30, right? Like, because I want to get into it. This question happened on my personal page, but I felt some kind of way towards the end of the thing. Because, you know, I try to, you know, remember, my digital career began at the beginning of this tumult, this recent tumult. And I don't know how to explain it to you except to say, I feel like my social media prominence, my Facebook, radio, all of the different platforms came to prominence during the Trayvon Martin was like during the kickoff. And I feel like that was like the kickoff of this era that we're living in that has led to where we are, right? First it was Trayvon, I think, then it was Mike Brown, then it just started. Now here in Chicago, we had already had Rakia Boyd, right? And the Dante Servant situation. And then we started, I would say that, I don't want to say I reached a peak, but I would say I reached one of my peaks after we saw the Laquan McDonald tape. And so I think there's a lot going on and I want to talk about it, but I really do feel like last night I had a social media situation that turned into was like a real life microcosm of how things work with black folks and police. And we're going to talk about that a little bit later on. And I really want to talk about it not because I want to trash the people that were involved, because I think emotions were involved, but it was very much symbolic of what we go through. So stay tuned. I want y'all to be involved. Reese, and I want to get the phone lines cracking early because I really want to talk about this question, right? I actually feel like, and I would also like to hear your personal experiences. Like, have you had personal interactions with police that have shaped your opinion? That have shaped how you view these different things? Because I just feel like I don't want to say a dichotomy. I want to say there's a plethora of opinions. And I'll tell you, I'm not exactly sure how I'm supposed to feel throughout this. Does that make sense? Like, and I feel like sometimes I talk about things that I probably just shouldn't say, or we just aren't supposed to talk about, but I do feel like they are like relevant. And it's like, if you don't ever address the root and you just keep skimming over the top, then we never get to a point of understanding. And I feel like we're in a unique opportunity where, you know how black people always be like, when somebody die or get killed at the hands of somebody murderous and white, the first thing we do is jump out and say, we forgive them, like as if it's some badge of honor, right? And I always be like, they didn't even ask you for forgiveness. And I think that right now is the time where I hope that we might be able to have some mutual empathy for each other. But we'll talk about it because I feel like it's kind of mismatched. And I'm going to just tell y'all, I don't know. I'm going to have this conversation, and I don't think it's going to be politically correct. And but I want to hear your opinions, right? And the great part about being on the phone is nobody has to see you. I'm going to take the bullets. Wait. I don't mean that literally. You know, some people take that. But I need you all to call in today at 6:30 because I really want to kick this question off. All right. In the news, in the headlines, Mayor Lightfoot announces yesterday we have a $733 million budget shortfall. But she says that's a good thing compared to the $1.2 billion that we were supposed to be if we wouldn't have had the COVID money. Now, there's apparently $1.89 billion in federal relief funds that also are in the mix that aldermen are fighting over and talking about. So we're going to talk about that at 7 o'clock. Actually, we're going to talk about it, but I really want to get into this conversation that I think I got planned. I think we need to share some experiences. You all know, I don't know if you know or have noticed this week that our numbers have been up significantly. And the reason that our numbers have been up significantly, and I'll just be straight up with you before everybody wakes up, is because, quite frankly, people are looking to gauge the opinions, right? And to see where real conversations happening and what are real people saying, right? Like, we don't say who can call. We don't say whether you can. And can I tell you, I want to hear from black police officers, because I had another epiphany today over that the bagpipe incident. Have y'all heard about the bagpipe incident where the police officers were trying to do the bagpipe ceremony before Officer French was pulled into the morgue? And they are accusing First Deputy Eric Carter of being like, we ain't got time for that ish. And you know, when I first thought about it, I was like, come on, man. How you gonna deny the police their opportunity to get their caravan on? And then I was thinking about what it must be like to be a black dude in like a super dominant white world, and all the chiefs make y'all all salute to this thing that y'all been like. I'm not gonna step in his shoes, but I am going to talk about, because did y'all know that the bagpipes are run by the Emerald Society? Now, if I was to say Green Team, y'all be like, oh, I get it. Emerald, get it? Society, Green Society, got it? Get it? So today you're going to have to tune in because you're going to get some context clues and some things that you got to learn on. Reese, turn my lights on. Oh, I got my lights. No, I'm just being silly. That's that lighting right there. All right, have you all been paying attention to what's going on? I don't know. Did you see we pulled out of Afghanistan? I'm just giving you a hard time. It has nothing to do with that. Afghanistan, have you seen what's going on? I put it that way. It's for the, so, you know, when the Channel 7 people came here, you know, they advised me to create the lighting situation in the studio so that we don't have shadows. So then some days we put it up, we adjust it. I've been playing with the different settings on the lighting because I think one of these days we're going to have it going like it's lightning. And like we're setting it up for like, cause in the fall season, right? Like when we drop the drapes and we want to be like, it's the weekend spooky show, then we'll be able to change the lighting. So I just been playing around with all of that. So I don't know if you all been paying attention to what's going on in Afghanistan. To all of the soldiers out there, respect, right? Respect to all the soldiers that were out there that have fought in Afghanistan. That's the longest war in U.S. history. No sooner did we pull out, they said the Taliban is back. And they chopping heads and hands and everything. They like every time we move, they be like, we there. They like the women is all boxed up. They got head wraps on and all type of stuff. I don't even know why we went to Afghanistan though. Because can I tell you what? Russia couldn't beat them. I don't know if you remember back in the day during the Rambo era, but Russia was in Afghanistan and we was on the side of the Taliban in the movie. Then Russia was like, we give up. Yeah, it's too long. They was there here come George Bush, take us over there. Man, the longest war, that was longer than the World War I, World War II, all our wars put together. They're ending it, all of that, and as soon as they leave, the Afghans take over everything. Think about how, they used to say billions of dollars used to come over to Afghan in cash. Like, they used to bring airplanes full of money to get stuff done. And it was so much money when they were rebuilding the reconstruction of Afghanistan that they were shipping in so much literal cash that people would steal like tens of millions of dollars and nobody would even know it was missing. Meanwhile, you can't get the potholes fixed in your lawn. Crazy, ain't it? Crazy how we could rebuild a whole nother country. Hey, y'all, but you know what this is, the Maze Jackson Show. I told you I was rolling solo dolo. And since I am rolling, I'm solo, he's dolo. Hey, what up to my man, Reese the Ruler in the building? What's up, Reese the Ruler? How you feeling, man?
You know I'm blessed by the best. You already know the rest. How you doing today?
I'm great, man. I'm great. You know what I'm saying? Hey, man, I noticed you unwrapped the seats before I got here.
It was a little mild. It was a little mild yesterday. We got a action-packed one the next week. My guest canceled last minute, but it was still good.
Mild sauce, because I was gonna look because I said, did I see you say it was Swingers Day or something?
Yeah, it's national. Okay, wait on it. Yeah, it's International Swingers Day from the 11th through the 13th.
That's not a day.
Well,
that's a weekend.
Well, it's actually the second Saturday, so it's the 13th, but the day varies. So on the 13th actually is the day.
Like, where did you find this date at?
Man, it's actually researched. It's a festival going on right now in Vegas that is hosting this. You can go on International Swingers for real, and it's gonna pop up.
Reese,
on
Facebook. I don't go on.
Yeah, but I'm just trying to tell you.
Okay, so Reese, y'all should do. See, I'm telling you, when we get large, y'all should do WHW right from the International Convention. Look, I'm telling you, when we go to Brother Anthony, look, I know you got the nation, dog, but we gonna have to come down on the Tuesday so we can do. Because Wednesday, if we did Wednesday in Atlanta in the A, I mean, I'm just gonna say I'm just gonna tell you we could really, because then we can make it a sleepover, right? You make a week sleepover to the morning show, right? And we just roll all the way, like we make a night day party, so you don't even get up till 9:00 and you don't go to bed till 9:00, right? So you show up for the show. Anyway, I got all type of crazy ideas, y'all, but y'all ain't ready for me yet. But I'm gonna tell you, get ready for the fall season, because it's you gonna see a few little changes. You see a few little changes, little additions, a little subtraction. But by the time it's all over, y'all, dun 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 dun. What's in it for the Black People Media be off the chain. Hey, let me see what else I got. Did you see August 28th? We're marching for voting rights again. Like, dog, if we ain't got voting rights yet, do y'all see how we keep spinning around in the circle? They keep having us like, we gotta fight for the right to vote, and I understand everything that's happening as they're trying to get ready for a civil war. But my point is, how we done did all this and we still ain't got the right to vote? Do you see how they keep us spinning? So we was about to be talking about reparations, and now you got Martin Luther King III and Cesar Chavez II coming back saying, we need our right to vote. No, give us our daggone reparations. How about that? Do you know the money they spend in Afghanistan? We could have had reparations and bought Afghanistan ourselves. It's crazy. Fallout from the police shooting continues, but before I do that, let me say what's up to all the people from WBGX 1570 AM who are joining us, whether you're joining us on the TuneIn app or you are tuning in live on the radio. You are tuned in to the Maze Jackson Show, where you can also catch us every day from 6 to 9. That's right, 6 a.m. to 9 a.m. on Facebook Live, on YouTube, on Twitch, and on Twitter. You can find it on Twitter. But I need to just remind you all, like even as they and it's so ironic to me that they are talking about this Voting Rights Act at the exact same time that they are about to they just passed a $1 trillion budget, and they're adding another 3 while still telling us we can't get Nathan. They around here dropping billions and millions like they nickels and dimes, and we can't. And we got we got Martin Luther King Jr. III and Cesar Chavez talking about let's march. We're marching on Washington for the right to vote again. Again. That's a little frustrating for me. All right, look, let's take a break. And when we take this break, we're going to get some news, traffic, weather, sports. After that, I'm going to get into the social media question of the day. I'm going to open up the phone lines. Also, Reese, let's do this before we go to break. Let's get the soul plane up to 60,000 feet, because we got to do that. And then when we come back, we can jump right into the social media question of the day. I'm your host, Maze Jackson. Got my man, DJ Reese the Ruler. We are up, and away. We'll be back after these messages.
Show. We'll be back after this break.
WIIFTBP. Introducing your trusted source for high-quality black emojis, better known as Blackmoji. We believe black is beautiful, and that beauty should be reflected in the digital market. Now there is an app that does just that, starting with Black Greek letter organizations. Blackmoji D9 offers more than an emoji app. It is a cultural experience of black excellence. Download the app in the Apple or Google Play Store to access a specially curated catalog of emojis representing the Divine Nine. Use the emojis to celebrate Black Week events, acknowledge current events, support social causes, and learn about esteemed Black Week members who blaze the trail of Black history. A portion of every subscription goes toward a scholarship fund specifically for members of Black Greek letter organizations to help keep the legacy alive. Download the Blackmoji app today.
Church Chicago's Power Hour. I'm your host, Angie Mims, and
Terrence Keys, TD, a.k.a. Terrence Daniels.
I wish I had one witness in the house.
You got one. You got a couple of them. Got two T's.
Give me a testimony.
Oh, Lord. He's did it before. Oh, Lord.
I got one. Better. I got 5 reasons.
5 reasons. Oh, Lord. He turned it around.
Turn it around. He woke me up this morning.
Oh. Don't do this. Don't do this.
Go
number
ahead.
4?
He woke me up this morning.
Come on, number 3. Come.
He woke me up.
Oh, Lord.
He woke you up.
That thing can touch you, but one of them 5s will get you. What's the second one?
He
yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Oh, my God.
And the number 1 reason.
Number 1. Final answer.
He woke me up this morning.
He woke me up this morning.
That's a testimony.
That's a testimony.
You see me, you see him, my best friend. He hold me down like ankles fighting the waves. Upon not to my crime, yeah, I do time. Till I'm with you, I be counting the days. Yeah, ooh, been through so many things, but we always get through. Yeah, ooh, it ain't always perfect, but it's worth it. This is deeper than the surface. If I said I didn't love you, you and I know I'd be frontin'. Wiped all my scars away like it was nothing. Took the parts of me I tried to hide to make them something, something. Like it was nothing. Ooh, so much, baby. Ooh, you know you drive me crazy. Ooh, you give me peace of mind. Ooh, let me tell you why. You make it easy. Say, to take it easy. Say, feel so weak. Say, easy to love. Say, to take it easy. Say, feel so weak. Say, easy to love. I never thought that I would give it to you, but now I don't think it's the time. I won't do it. I think it's cause the way you talk to me. Know how to say it without making me feel little. You're gracious even when you pop off on me. When you get down, I got a little something to drop off on you. Because you earned it with the time you took to put it that way. You got me liking to get put in my place. If I said I didn't love you, you and I know I'd be frontin'. Wiped all my scars away like it was nothing. Took the parts of me I tried to hide to make them something, something. Like it was nothing. Ooh, so much, baby. Ooh, you know you drive me crazy. Ooh, you give me peace of mind. Ooh, let me tell you why. You make it easy. Say, to take it easy. Say, feel so easy. Say, easy to love. Easy. You make it easy. Say, to take it easy. Say, feel so weak. Say, easy to love. You make it easy. You make it easy. You make it easy.
And now, traffic and weather.
Good morning. What's in it for the Black People Media family? The time is now 6:38 a.m. and I am Reese the Ruler with your Chicagoland area sports, traffic, and weather update. In sports, sad day in Chicago as the Chicago Cubs took on the Milwaukee Brewers last night. Milwaukee Brewers right-hand pitcher Corbin Burns fans 10 straight Cubs and tie a major league record, and the Cubs will lose 10-0. The Chicago White Sox in action for a Game 3 rubber match against the Minnesota Twins. Twin pitching shuts out the Sox as they fail to score a run, and they will lose 1-0. Now on the traffic, on the Kennedy, O'Hare to the Loop will be 21 minutes. Outbound to O'Hare will be 17. On the Eden, inbound from Deerfield to Exchange, 29 minutes. Exchange to Deerfield will be 27. On the Eisenhower, Thorndale to the Loop is 31 minutes. Back out to Thorndale, 28. On the Stevenson, from I-355 to the Dan Ryan is 34 minutes, and back out will be the same. On the Bishop Ford, from I-80 to the Dan Ryan, 36 minutes, 29 minutes, back out to I-80. The Dan Ryan is 17 minutes to the Loop and 15 minutes to 95th. DuSable Lakeshore Drive on the south side is 7 minutes. That's 55th to Jackson and Jackson to 55th. On the north side, Randolph to Bryn Mawr and Bryn Mawr to Randolph is a solid 8 minutes. Today's weather, it is currently 77 and partly cloudy. Expect a high of 90 and a low of 73. I'm Reese the Ruler. Now back to the baddest morning show in the world, The Maze Jackson Show.
Back to the Maze Jackson Show. You are listening to the most dangerous show in the morning. This is What's in it for the Black People Radio. Maze Jackson. Maze Jackson, the most vociferous advocate for black people in the world.
for the black people, cause economically we are not equal. Waking up to lies, can't doze no more. I told y'all, yeah, this a dangerous show. Don't go to church if you ain't trying to help us. Don't even try to be around and can't protect us. We see the lies, not other politicians. We need money and no symbolism. It's Maze, it's Sonia, and Ruthie, and Todd, explaining how we all come from God, giving us tools to beat the odds. If we united, our movement gon' stop. If they ain't trying to help us, they ain't trying to do nothing. We gotta do something, we gotta stop running. It's time to confront the problem. Really, you expect your oppressed to solve on.
Wake up, Chicago! Wake up, world! This is the Maze Jackson Show. I'm your host, Maze Jackson. Got my man Reese the Ruler in the building, and hey, y'all. Hey, I know. Let me just tell y'all something. I'm trying to protect all y'all from the smoke. See, it's a lot of serious stuff going on this week right now, and it's like, a lot of people keep it happy-go-lucky. A lot of people, like. Some days you just might not want the smoke that comes with the Maze Jackson Show. And I think that we got a lot of serious topics that are cracking right now. But how you talk about them could have long-term ramifications. So I hope y'all just gonna chill. Slow down. Let me put the issues on the table. Now I know once I put the issues on the table, people gonna come to the table. They're gonna take the issues off the table. They're gonna respread them. They're gonna remix them. They're gonna put them around and spread them up. But let me get these issues out here for you real quick. Hold on one second, y'all. I'll be getting these crazy alerts. Hold on. Give me 1 second, y'all. This is the Maze Jackson Show. Hey, Reese, you okay? Hold on.
Yeah, I'm good, man. I had some good sleep last night, so I'm good. I ain't try to scare you today. I was like, you know what, Emma? I was like, I don't want him to have that thing on this one, so I'm going to pop in at my regular time today. He can be like, okay.
No, Reese, you good.
Yeah, he's 52. He should be.
You good, Reese. You good. You know what I'm saying? It's like, you good. I mean, I see everything. People don't be knowing, but I can see everything. So I got you. I knew it was you. I
go home, my girl, like, you see, he said you can't outwork him. He said hey, I'm telling you. I was like, man, I knew I was going to beat you. You should saw the disgust on my face. It is 4:47. What is he doing?
And let me tell you if they don't have my coffee ready for me, because they throw off my clock. Because, if I'm not, like, usually 4:44 is like the optimal time. If I'm in the building somewhere and my bag is being unpacked at 4:44 on the clock right there, today, they was a little behind the Dunkin', which threw me off a little bit today. And I'm going to be honest with y'all. Some days I have ideas for the show, like that I've been cooking. And as I write them, my whole vantage point changes. As I start to write it out and I write the bullet points. So sometimes you got to bear with me, because I could be reading, writing, I be absorbing stuff all day to be prepared for the next day. And literally today, one of the stories we're going to talk about today is First Deputy Eric Carter, who I've heard from numerous people is a good black dude, right? But he, I had a reverence, I was like, he's the guy that's getting in trouble by the cops for the bagpipes, for interrupting the bagpipes, and the mayor got his back. And I think the mayor, yesterday was just a perfect example of the mayor. Like, she could be okay sometimes, and then she goes and lies and gets caught in the lie that she made up. So yesterday the mayor backed up. Okay, wait a minute, let me stop. I was starting to tell you all that my opinion has shifted on this whole bagpipe thing, and we're gonna talk about it somewhere. We're gonna talk about it a little bit later. What I want to do right now is talk about my social media question of the day. Yesterday, y'all.
The social media question of the day.
Thanks, Reese. Thank you. I messed that up. Yesterday, we were having some deep conversations on this whole police thing. Remember, first of all, Black delegation, I'm rocking with you. We are officially not claiming this. We are going to let this reside in the Cardi B category, right? We're gonna let this reside in the Cardi B category. We are officially not claiming this crew. Can we agree with that? Do we have an official agreement with that? If you agree that we are not claiming these police shooters, can I just get a like, a thumbs up, or something? Just let us know. If we are claiming them, then make an angry face. But if we ain't claiming them, give me some positive thumbs up so we can know we can move on from this. Because this has been keeping me up. This has been keeping me from sleeping because I really don't want to claim Lil Homicide now. Right? I don't. So if we voting them off the ship, if they can't come to the barbecue, send me a thumbs up so I know I'm on the right page, right? Just make sure I know I'm on the right page. If we not claiming the what's the Morris, Eric and Amante, we not claiming them, thumbs up. Just let me know. The Black delegation, because I'm gonna make a proclamation later on today.
It's still going.
I'm gonna make a proclamation later on today, publicly on Facebook, to say we, as the Black delegation, have taken a vote and we have decided that they are not on. They are not on the team. We are not letting the police put them on us. Okay? Thumbs up. So, Reese, yesterday we had an extensive conversation that just took us in a variety of places. And yesterday, I feel like the Lord laid it on my heart to ask the question that I'm about to ask right now. Now, I was just gonna leave it on social media until I was watching Black Widow with my son, and my phone started pinging because the conversation had gone on all day. So let me back up. Here's the question: is the life of a police officer more valuable than that of an average citizen? That is the social media question of the day. Reese, open up the phone lines. Give us a call, 872-259-7474. Open up the phone. The phone lines are open. So I want you to answer the question. Now, I'm looking for some real responses and some real... this ain't the FTP. This ain't the NWA moment. Milton, you better get you some darker hands, dog. But I want to know, is the life of a police officer more valuable than that of the average citizen? Now, I asked this question yesterday on my Facebook page, not the Maze Jackson page, but Maze Jackson's personal page. And it didn't get, y'all, I can get up to 200, 300 likes on some things. My son's birthday pictures is off the chain, right? So a lot of times people are willing to click like or click a reaction before they are willing to put a response, right? And so oftentimes your likes or reactions outweigh the comments. This was a wholly different situation. Now, the likes part is going to go to a whole nother conversation. First, let me ask you, can you understand why I might ask that question? Like because let's just say this. Every weekend, can we agree that the average of 50 people get shot every week and an average of 10 people get killed every weekend in Chicago. Can we make that round numbers? Can we say, like, just for fair, just for ticks and giggles, right? Let's say, and of the 10 people that get killed every week, is there a different response for, if Officer French was one of the 10 people, why do I feel like there's a difference in how it's being treated? And so I really wasn't trying to be facetious. I really want to know, is it just my perception? Or is the life of a police officer more valuable than the life of an average citizen, black or white? We ain't got to even go to black. And then my question would be, is that just perception? Or is that a reality? Because what I found yesterday was that more people were willing to express their opinion, and overwhelmingly, black people said the life of a police officer is not more valuable than the life of an average citizen. Now, I'd like to hear from you, but as I was thinking about it, and I want to know if I'm wrong for this, or not even if I'm wrong for this. Would this be the proper time for black people to say all lives matter? Again, hear me out. There seems to be an overwhelming belief, or I have a perception that the life of a police officer is perceived as more valuable than the life of an average citizen. Am I wrong? Give us a call, 872-259-7474. 872-259-7474. Is the life of a police officer more valuable than that of an average citizen? Is that a wrong question to ask? Can I ask it without it being offensive? And before you answer, I'm going to tell you a little bit more about my experience yesterday. So, Reese, I posted the question yesterday right after we got off the show. I really didn't check back to the responses until maybe about 5 or 6 o'clock in the evening. And then about 8:30 or 9, I started getting pinged on the phone. It was over 100 and something comments on the thing. And I'm going to tell you, it almost felt like the interaction, it was almost like a perfect microcosm of how police interact with us. Okay? So let me tell you, what happened was, so all day long, and mind you, I'm not even commenting really at all. I'm just letting it go. I like to have something to read when I go to the bathroom, right? I ain't gonna lie. So, if I get a good one and I see it's cracking, I'd be like, ooh, I'm gonna say this to the bathroom, right? Well, yesterday, me and my son decided we was going to watch Black Widow, so I didn't read the comments in the bathroom. But all of a sudden, I started getting pinged, and, so somebody's tagging me in the posts, right? A police officer actually, so one of my friends writes an intellectual response that says basically like, do the police, he basically said, thousands of police officers show up when a police officer dies, but yet there's no response from them when they come, when somebody black dies, blah, 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 blah. Again, thoughtful response. All day long, people, there's really nobody saying that the lives have different value. So it's really like when you see, first of all, a lot of people don't get posts where there's over 150 comments. So it's like there's an issue there, right? But Reese, what wound up happening was a police officer got involved in the conversation. And she responded to that. The conversation has been civil the whole time. Like, whether you agree or disagree, nobody has said anything that should be remotely offensive to anybody. It's like, no, all I, the police officer jumps into the conversation and then proceeds to call the brother asinine, like starts typing in all caps and is like, and your response is so asinine that blah, blah. And I'm like, hold on, ma. The man said his opinion. Everybody been saying their opinions all day long, and it's been a conversation really amongst black folks, so there's no reason for us to be in no civil discourse. But here's what made it so unique. It was a black police officer that jumped in and immediately denigrated the brother. You asinine, da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Now, perfect case example, we all have an issue going on in the neighborhood. We're all talking about it. Police arrive on the scene. Everybody is cool. Everybody, now the police like, you stupid, da-da-da-da. They start escalating the situation, and now you done called everybody names, and now this conversation, which was really a civil discussion, has now changed into the defense of the police officer, and now they done called everybody stupid, and we supposed to sit there and be quiet and be like, okay. And I was just like, no, I'm not gonna be quiet. This is exactly how it works with police officers. Y'all, everybody has got to understand that y'all roll in. You think you can disrespect me? How you gonna call the man asinine? For his opinion, thoughtfully well-spoken, well-written out, you jump in, and now I say, hey, yo, ma. The black people I talked to, and what was bothering them was, people was like, no, there is no difference. But what people, it's almost like they want the cake and eat it too. So you want us to hold you in high regard, but you just came here as supposed to be the peacemaker and disrespected everybody. Then another one gets in, and it's like, this is the stupidest, you just did this for likes, and this is just the stupidest thing you ever done. And I'm like, wait, hold on, ma. We as black people are having a civil discussion here, and I recognize that everybody has personal relationships in this. But I still ask you, when have we seen a police officer from George Floyd all the way on down stand in solidarity and be like, that police officer, they'll be quiet before they'll say anything. And so I gotta ask you, does a police officer's life have more value than the average citizen? Well, some people would say, well, man, they put their life on the line and they want to go home every night. You know, when I hear they want to go home every night, you know what the other part of that is? That's why I killed that nigga. When people said Black Lives Matter, and we then saw Black Lives Matter, you killed the black man, and we say Black Lives Matter like, please stop killing us, and you like Blue Lives Matter. So now as you mourn, what happens if I say, in the face of all of this specific targeted love, all lives matter? Right? What if in every time you mourned and you was like, man, these police officers, what if every black person right now was saying, hey, all lives matter? Is there the same energy? Give us a call, 872-259-7474, 872-259-74. But let's do this. Before we take a call, let's go to break. Let's take a quick break, and then once we come back, we'll be back. This is the Maze Jackson Show. We'll take your calls. Give us a call. I want you, black folks, is a police officer's life more valuable? I was just thinking, like, remember yesterday when I was showing you those comments from the mother's page? Regardless of how you felt about how she did, they weren't talking just about her mother, the mother of those kids. They were talking about us as a race, and they were using her as the vehicle to insult us all. Now, while we not claiming it, They're giving it to us, and they told you how they really feel. You know that, you ever seen that what's the, you fried chicken and biscuit eating, basketball dunking, tits room spade, Moulin Young, go to F back to Africa? That's essentially what they are saying when they're talking about all of that. That's all I hear. It's the Maze Jackson Show. We'll be back.
The Maze Jackson Show will be back after this break.
WIIFTBP WIIFTBP Media's just for you and me. WIIFTBP Media's just for you and me.
Broken screen? Crash system? Are you in need of spyware or virus removal from your computer? Well, contact RPC Computer Repair in South Shore and let us help you with all your computer repair services and print needs. Need office or print production services, copies, scans, fax, or even notary service? Then stop by and support RPC Computer Repair and Print Shop located 1741 East 71st Street in the 71st Street corridor, newly revitalized South Shore areas, and let RPC be your one-stop shop, where we believe RPC is your PC. RPC Computer Repair is also a UPS access point where you can drop off and pick up your important packages. So let RPC be of service to you. Call RPC Computer Monday through Saturday, 8 a.m. through 6 p.m. at 773-966-4457. That's 773-966-4457. Visit RPC at rpccomputeringinc.com for more information.
And now, traffic and weather.
Good morning. What's in it for the Black People Media family? The time is now 7:02 a.m. and I am Reese the Ruler with your Chicagoland area sports traffic and weather update. In sports, the Chicago Cubs took on the Milwaukee Brewers last night. The Milwaukee Brewers right-hand pitcher Corbin Burns strikes out 10 straight Cubs and ties a major league record as the Cubs will lose 10-0. The Chicago White Sox in action in Game 3 of a rubber match against the Minnesota Twins. Twins pitching will shut out the Sox as the Sox fail to score and they will lose 1-0. Now on the traffic on the Kennedy, O'Hare to the Loop. 27 minutes. Outbound to O'Hare will be 17. On the Eden, inbound from Deerfield to Exchange will be 31. Exchange to Deerfield will be 27. On the Eisenhower, Thorndale to the Loop will be 31. Back out to Thorndale will also be the same. On the Stevenson from I-355 to the Dan Ryan will be 35 minutes. Outbound will be 32. On the Bishop Ford from I-80 to the Dan Ryan, 41 minutes. 29 minutes back out to I-80. On the Dan Ryan, 18 minutes to the Loop. 15 minutes back out to 95th. DuSable Lakeshore Drive is still the same. On the south side of things, it's 7 minutes from 55th to Jackson and Jackson to 55th. On the north side, 8 minutes. That's Randolph to Bryn Mawr and Bryn Mawr to Randolph. Today's weather, it is currently 75 and partly cloudy. Today will be a high of 90 and a low of 73. Expect light rain at 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. and also late showers throughout the night after 9 p.m. I'm Reese the Ruler. Now y'all get addicted to some Slick J. Adams.
Oh, baby. I mean, I know that you're here with me and everything, but since you just left a few hours ago, I've just been going crazy. And I done come to realize one thing. Oh, baby, I miss you. Yeah. Ooh, baby, oh, darling. Whoa, 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 whoa. Your love must be some kind of drug, baby. Cause it just keeps on calling me. And I just need a hit of your love. It's got me shaking and feeling for your touch. Baby, of you I can't get enough. It feels like I done OD'd on you, babe. I'm addicted for you. Can't stop loving, 'cause I can't get enough of you, babe. 'Cause I'm so addicted to you. This must be love. 'Cause I can't get enough of your love. I'm so addicted. Can't stop. I need you right now, baby. I'm so addicted to you. You're always on my mind, my mind, my mind, every day. It's been too long since I had you in my arms, and I don't know if I can take any more of being without you. Even though it's only been an hour, it feels to me just like forever. And I am hoping that I can see you soon. I'm so addicted. Lord have mercy. I can't be without you, baby. Oh no, not for a minute, not for an hour. I can't get enough. I'm so addicted. Woo. I need to check myself into some kind of rehab. 'Cause I need some help. Somebody help me, please. Please. Ooh. La 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 la. I need to testify this evening. Oh Lord, have you ever loved somebody so much that you just can't get them off your mind? Oh, I'm so addicted. Oh Lord, 'cause I can't stop loving you, my baby. Oh darling, I love you, This must be love. I've been overdosed on your loving. Can't stop loving you. I done overdosed on my baby. So addicted to you. Without you, I don't know what I'm gonna do. Ooh, I'm addicted.
Back to the Maze Jackson Show. You are listening to the most dangerous show in the morning. This is What's in It for the Black People Radio. Maze Jackson, the most vociferous advocate for black people in the world.
For Ruthie Moore, for Todd Stroger, I am the host of the Maze Jackson Show, asking every single day, what's in it for the black people? And if you don't like it, you can still tell them Maze said, Mayor Lightfoot, man, we ain't accepting that. We ain't accepting that. Let's go. Yeah.
Let's get down to business and go ahead and address the facts, man. Lightfoot seems more lesbian than black. Rahm Emanuel's another case. He was just as tired. 50 closed schools left much to be desired. Police had Anjanette naked on that body cam. They suppressed the footage so it couldn't touch a lot of hands. Reminds me of that 16 shots in that cover up. Both of them similar, so I went and dug it up. George Floyd killed, a lot of riots happened in the town. Southside burned and they wouldn't let them bridges down. Grandmother sick, need a prescription and plus a couple groceries. You gon' have to travel just to get it now. COVID-19 out here shutting all the business down. Not enough SBA loans to even give around. So many failed businesses that you can put them in the pile. If you don't survive the pandemic, it's gon' sit you down. We sing, dance, play ball, entertain, and crack jokes. Government infested black neighborhoods with crack smoke. System that milked us so bad, we got lactose. Still trying to find out what's in it for us black folks. We sing, dance, play ball, entertain, and crack jokes. Government infested black neighborhoods with crack smoke. System that milked us so bad, we got lactose. Still trying to find out what's in it for us black folks. Shout out to Willie Wilson, hope one day you get to send it. We need some different players in the game to handle business. Too many shady characters like Madigan and Blotto. But when you really break it down, it's typical Chicago. City full of gangsters, it's what the land was built on. Same streets with hood legends, DNA gets spilled on. Carjackers out here lurking, trying to get they steel on. Looking for a block to put them Hellcat wheels on. Let us give bogus appraisals a red line. Car crackers out here getting minimal fair time. And up the seal carry, I stay with the pipe. But Illinois gun laws giving minimal rights. Stay up on the swivel, make sure I'm moving tight. Check all of my mirrors when I pull up to the light. Pick my homie up from out of town, man, he caught a flight. He was hella nervous, told him, shorty, this is a way of life. We sing, dance, play ball, entertain, and crack jokes. Government infested black neighborhoods with crack smoke. System that milked us so bad, we got lactose. Still trying to find out what's in it for us black folks. We sing, dance, play ball, entertain, and crack jokes. Government infested black neighborhoods with crack smoke. System that milked us so bad, we got lactose. Still trying to find out what's in it for us black folks.
Wake up, Chicago! Wake up, world. We are officially in the 7 o'clock hour, boy. We be blowing through these bad boys. They be like, pew, pew, pew. It is the Maze Jackson Show. I'm your man, Maze Jackson, rolling with my homeboy, Reese, DJ Reese, the ruler, on the ones and twos. And I'm asking you, I know it's not politically correct, but I'm telling you, last night, I asked the question, are police lives more valuable than the lives of the average citizen, black, white, or indifferent? The basis of my question was yesterday's conversation. The evolution evolved out of our conversation yesterday, because I must honestly tell you that I feel like when I described how black folks said, I can't even say black folks. What I must say is that my opinion on what happened was that it was tragic. To Officer French was that it was tragic. But no more tragic than the lives of any other people that died every weekend. This just struck a particularly more group that is more visible. I think the universal response from black people, not universal, but the majority of the response from the black people, or the people that responded on my page, black or white, was that no life was more important. Nobody was like, screw the cop, who cares? Now let me be clear, that there are people that are black people, I feel like, in the young people, that be like, hey, because if you saw the comments on the mom's page from the white people, at a certain point, black folks was like, or not black folks, but some of the young people was like, I'm putting money on their books. Go ahead. We glad it happened. Because I feel like we know underneath and this is not to discount the black cops that are good cops or people, but we know underneath that this thing has been just as much of a curse as it has been a blessing for black people. So when you hear something happen, you're sort of ambivalent. Does that make sense? Like, it's like, man, that's terrible that happened to that cop, but yo, my neighbor just got shot. And I feel as though there's supposed to be, when the mayor told us we all got to hug a cop, I was kind of like, okay, have we gone that far? And I feel as though there is the perception, at least among the cops, that their lives matter more. Some things that I took notes on when I said that. I don't mean this supposed to be controversial per se, but I do feel like it's important that y'all know that people read the stuff that we put on my page, right? So I think it's important that if you know that if you know David Brown, the mayor, everybody got something to say, it's important to me that they recognize how we feel. When the mayor told us to hug a cop, I think she went overboard. I think she could have said, let's appreciate the service that many people do putting their lives on the line. But I don't think that this situation makes everything that happens to black people go away. Like, I somewhat feel like even when you saw those other aldermen saying this is the fault of the commies and no, this is the outgrowth of people feeling like even if they comply, they can still wind up dead. Every single weekend, people die in Chicago, are murdered, are shot. What makes this situation different? It only symbolizes what's that, ABK? No, that's EBK. But anybody can get it. What you saw there is the reality that all of us live with every single day. And what that, to me, as tragic as it is emblematic of the city that we live in right now. Does being a police officer automatically make you a hero? Okay, we're gonna take the calls. We're gonna take our calls. You ever heard this phrase? Do you ever hear the families of police officers say that they want to get home to their families, that they just want to get home to their families at night? Complete the sentence. That's why I killed that nigga. And I ask you, who among us that has a family does not want to get home to them at night? Even the person sitting in the car who winds up dead after following all of the rules. The other thing could you imagine if throughout this whole thing, if everybody black changed their profile to All Lives Matter? We'll be wrong for that, right? That would be wrong. Like if right now, if everybody black was like, hey, all lives matter. And I feel like this should be a point of, this right here should be the time when we all should be, when the cops say, oh, now I get it. But that's not what it is. What it is we finna get y'all. And that to me is the difference here. It's like, and they're not asking for justice. They want revenge. So it's not, that's what the whole genesis of yesterday's conversation was. Like, okay, you know who the killer was. You got him. You burying everything. You like everybody is on and popping. And the reason that black folks honestly are not trying to claim this is because deep down in our hearts and souls, we know that this is going to have a negative effect on all of us with kids. All of us, period. I have to think 300 times extra now for my child, because now they're extra on, I got to get home to my family at night. Now, what happened to Officer French was terrible. It was terrible. No one deserves it. But when we say no one deserves that, it seems like some people want a special, there's classes of no one. How many of our lives are less valuable to them because they don't understand, they don't see? So when you go to that mother's page, and again, I got to go back to that yesterday. It's like we got people asking for sympathy for the police officer, even as the families and the friends and the allies and the assets of the person that died are literally engaging in saying, we can't wait until y'all are obliterated from the earth. Like, that doesn't go away. Mount Greenwood is still Mount Greenwood. Let me ask you a question. If every one of us went to the funeral, if every one of us was in mourning for the officer, how would that affect the people in Mount Greenwood in their treatment of black people? You think they care? You think? And the challenge we have is that we do have black folks that's in this mix. And we do have black people who, bro, we got to have black police officers. Until there's not going to be police, we got to have black police officers. But we cannot, this does not erase the history of what has happened to us with this group of people. And it's like, you ever seen the bully get beat up? No shade. But you may have grown used to the bully. You may have made peace with the bully and now he don't mess with you no more. But he's still the bully. He's still terrorizing people. You may have escaped this glaze. What happens when he gets whooped? Guess what happens? You might not say nothing. You might even help him get up. But it doesn't make you forget when he used to take your lunch money. It's the Maze Jackson Show. Let's go to the live line. Reese, who we got on the line? Give me a caller. Caller, you're on the Maze Jackson Show. Oh, they done quit me now? Caller? Callers, are you there? They all gone? They was like, he done went on a tirade. He done went to preaching. All right, I see somebody.
Hey, Brother May.
Hey, Brother Frank, how you doing today, man?
I'm doing okay. You know, I'm going to call in on some of the dynamic of this. Let me say good morning to you and good morning to the brother Reese Ruthie. Wow, this is a much-needed discussion. Listen, this has been the mentality ever since the dawn of slavery, I would say. You can go all the way back to ancient Egypt. For a Egyptian, for an Israelite, someone put their hand on an Egyptian soldier, that was automatic death. Same thing with the Roman soldier. Same thing with us in bondage over here. You so much it took off white people, period, with their authority over you like the police. In some places, if you even curse at a white person, you're lynched. Not to mention put your hands up. Now, that mentality in our modern age, thousands of years it took us to get here, has finally broken. As we see police officers, just like he's handed out, murder after murder after murder, and getting away with it or getting like citizens. Now the citizens are showing them that we're going to display your life is not more important than ours. When you approach us, we are in fear of our lives, okay? And they can't handle this. And they all group together down at the hospital, but that's just like a game. They've been seen like that's what a game does. When they fall and comrades fall, And they all come together in solidarity. Well, the police officers be like a gang. They do the same thing. You're not going to see them one of our funerals. So when they're approaching our citizens now, that's like being approached by another gang member. And they feel they're in a situation where I'm dead anyway, whether this gun is legally mine or not, or whether or not I stole this or not, or whatever the case is. They feel their life, and they can't handle it, that the citizens are finally starting to show them what they realize that ever since ancient Egypt, your life is not more important than ours. But the brainwash chain has been broken, and we're going to show you that my life is just as important as yours, if not more. And they can't handle it. Thousands of years to get here, but we finally got here. And I think, just like you said, it's a good thing and it's a bad thing. I go with the positive side. We're no longer slaves and bondage. We're no longer afraid of you. I'm just as important as you. Thank you, Brother Mays.
Thank you, Brother Frank. You know, I was thinking, you know, this is so what I have not seen out of anyone except for the mayor after she got through lying was somebody saying, you know, like, you know how like when it's black people getting killed or something, or when some racist white guy kills someone and they got the TV show and how the white guy says, I'm so sorry for the pain that I caused you. And we say, oh, we forgive you. And you know how they do that? Like, I ain't seen no police officers nowhere offering to share in the joint. Where's the joint? Like, you know, in solidarity, we as the police officers are going to stand with the family of Laquan McDonald or Rakia Boyd and say, we've got to stop this senseless killing. No, they said we got to stop. Let's go to the phone lines. Reese, who on the phones? It's the Maze Jackson Show.
Hey, what's going on, Maze?
What's up? Who's this?
Hello?
Hello, hey, caller.
It's James, man.
What's up, James? How you feel? Oh, Big Slim, what's up, dog?
What's going on, bro?
What's up, man?
What's up, bro? You know what, Maze? Of course they have that mentality of their lives being valuable than ours. Because, you know, that's all part of the white supremacy and that mindset. And if you think about the police department, what its creation and what it was about them protecting white people from us. And it's always been like that. And this is why so many white people see policemen as this big brother, so to speak, you know, to save them from us. And like the sister said yesterday, I can't think of the alderman name, but she's the only one on the battlefield, and she's getting death threats. I was listening to the radio station, another radio station yesterday, and she came on. What's the sister name? The alderman name?
My best friend in my head, Alderman Jeanette Taylor.
Yes, brother. And it is sad that this sister is fighting this battle alone. With all these Negro men, coward-ass aldermen we have, these black men, no one is standing with her. You know, I wish the sister would get with the foot of Islam and get her some security, because this sister is fighting this battle by herself, and it is sad. Where are the black aldermen that's backing her? I mean, she didn't minimize the death of this officer, but what she said is, we go through this every day in our lives, and what makes her life so much valuable than the brother that just got killed yesterday, or the sister that just got killed a month ago. But yet, I don't see none of these Negro aldermen. I'm talking about these black men standing behind this sister and fighting this battle with her. And I wish you would get the sister on the radio, because we need to put our arms around her, because no one is fighting this battle but her. And I felt for her yesterday, listening to her on the radio station, and she's constantly talking about the death threats she's getting, and they would try to do something to this sister if we don't lock our arms around. But she's the only voice we have in that chamber, because them Negro scary ass black aldermen we got, all they worried about is they damn check and them damn people that's feeding them the Quran. That's all I gotta say, man. We need to get that sister on. We need to protect that sister, man.
Man, I'm gonna get on. I just reached out to her. Best friend of my head, Alderman Jeanette Taylor. I did not hear that interview, obviously, probably because I wasn't listening to any other radio station. But you know, that is my best friend in my head. I just reached out to her. I didn't know she was getting death threats, but I do think she was very poignant in her conversation when she said, we've only seen 2 police officers prosecuted over all of the years that and all of the murders and all the deaths that we've seen. Like, y'all, do y'all understand? Like, real talk. Derek Chauvin wasn't the first time we saw somebody choked to death on TV. Real talk. It is the Maze Jackson Show. You want to take the call? Let's take one more caller. Caller, you on the Maze Jackson Show. What's up? Hey, can I get black police officers to talk to me? Because here's my thing. And I feel like when I'm having these conversations, I'm not talking about 98% of the black police officers. I know y'all going to be like, it's the same. But I don't, when I'm having these conversations right now, like, your colleagues be off the chain. It's the Maze Jackson Show. Let's take this call. Caller, you're on the Maze Jackson Show.
Maze, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Who's this?
Okay, this is Roosevelt.
Oh, what's up, Roosevelt?
Maze, I agree with everything you said and every caller who has responded to the crisis of policemen being shot. But the deal is, as I see it, as a black person, I have to have a stratified mind. First, my intellect, and then it's down to the community that I live within. It's down to my whole friends. And I have representative policemen. I come from a police family. And if you give me the intellect, then I can say, yes, policemen are very important, but they can never be more important than the people they are supposed to serve. But then when I get down to the day-to-day action and I look at policemen and I say, boy, those guys there, they don't like me, and I better be careful how I deal with them. And I can remember within the last year, so I had a encounter with a white merchant at my home. And it was at the point I wanted to call the police, but I was so afraid that if I call the police in the way they're shooting black folk, these white folk and me calling the policeman. So I have to look at the policeman from a multiple view. They're both good and evil. And when I come to one, I look at their reaction. How are they reacting to me, and try to match or avoid that. So black folk are stratified. They have treated us so twisted. We have compartmentalized reactions to policemen. So, we got some feel like, excuse the language, F them. And we got ones who say those guys are good, and we got those others. But anyway, Maze, it's a complicated situation. So thank you. The rest black folk, don't apologize for who you are, because if they didn't treat us like they did, then we would be reacting like they do. Thank you for taking my call.
Man, bye. Roosevelt. Brother Roosevelt, thank you. I'm gonna stop on. We're gonna keep the phone lines open. I want to hear from y'all. If we have any retired CPD come out, I want y'all to talk to me too, because I'm gonna go into another. I had an epiphany on the bagpipe situation, and I don't know if you all know anything about the bagpipe situation. So Reese, I gotta go to the road, so we gotta do our little switch around. Let's take a quick break, give us some news, traffic, and weather. We'll get that lined up. I'll get the video lined up. We'll play that, and then I'm gonna talk to you about all of this together. Cause y'all, we got such a complex relationship with the police. I mean, it's like you damned if you do, you damned if you don't. Which is why I don't know how I'm supposed to feel right now. And I feel kind of crazy. Anyway, let's talk about it when we come back. It's the Maze Jackson Show.
The Maze Jackson Show. We'll be back after this break.
WIIFTBP.
Maze Jackson.
If you could make up a social media holiday, what would it be?
Randy said National Don't Let No One Put You Down Day.
No one. What you gonna do? So when they say something crazy, you slap them?
Be like, Maze said. Randy said a Jukathon Day.
Man, we're about 60 years old. I done had a heart.
You gotta get your heart rate up.
Okay, not that far.
All right, Mario said my favorite one. My friends and I do what we call National Call Off from Work Day.
As a business owner, I don't. You don't like that? Yeah, I don't like that.
Because I'm the boss of this thing.
We got Marcus Garvey Day from Remy too.
Oh, Marcus Garvey Day. All right, what will we do on Marcus Garvey Day?
Call off from work.
I'm going to need you to go ahead and come in tomorrow. That would be great. Okay?
Yeah, right. Every black holiday has something to do with calling off from work.
You're cool.
About National Join a Positive Black Organization Day, because I don't want to be recruited. I don't want to be recruited and the brothers be like, thank you. Thank you. How about National Tell White People the Truth Day? Tell them how you really feel.
You can't handle the truth.
Why don't we call that National Black People Get Locked Up Day?
I'm going to tell them there's an African American man threatening my life.
Hello.
The most dangerous show in the morning.
Peace, everybody out there. What's going on? This is Eugene McIntosh, one half of the illest independent sports media outlet in the whole entire land, the Bigs. Check me and my player partner, Terrence Tomlin, a.k.a. T-Tom the Great, out every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday from 1 to 3 p.m. on What's In It for the Black People Media Network.
And now, traffic and weather.
Good morning, what's in it for the Black People Media family. The time is now 7:35 a.m. and I am Reese the Ruler with your Chicagoland area sports, weather, and traffic update. In sports, sad day in Chicago as the baseball team both lose. The Chicago Cubs was taking on the Milwaukee Brewers last night. Their right-hand pitcher, Corbin Burns, strikes out 10 straight and ties a major league record as the Cubs lose 10-0. The Chicago White Sox also failed to score as they were in the rubber match against the Minnesota Twins in Minnesota. The pitching shut them out 1-0. Now on the traffic, on the Kennedy O'Hare to the Loop, still 27 minutes. Outbound will be 17. On the Eaton, Deerfield to Exchange, 34. Exchange to Deerfield will be 27. On the Eisenhower, Thorndale to the Loop is 35. Back out to Thorndale is 32. Stevenson, I-355 to the Dan Ryan is 35 minutes. Outbound will be 32. Bishop Ford, I-80 to the Dan Ryan is 32 minutes. It's 29 minutes back out to I-80. The Dan Ryan is 18 minutes to the Loop and 15 minutes to 95th. DeSable Lakeshore Drive, 55th to Jackson is 9 minutes. Jackson to 55th will be 7. On the north side of things, Randolph to Bryn Mawr and Bryn Mawr to Randolph is still a solid 8. In today's weather, it is currently 75 and partly cloudy. Today, expect a high of 90 and a low of 70. Also, late showers throughout the night. I'm Rich the Ruler, and you listen to the baddest morning show in the land. Now, here's some Slick with So Good.
I don't know what you did, but you did it right. Girl, you make it look so easy. Everywhere you go, heads turning left and right. Can't say you a dime, you're a 20-piece. Cause girl, you're the reason I be acting funny. Everything in me telling me don't let you get away. And all the guys looking like they wanna love you. Every day I'm your body, got not over my dead body. Why you gotta look so good? Why you gotta look so good? Why you gotta look so good? With your hair done, nails done, when you put that grown on, why you gotta look so good? With your hair done, nails done, when you put that grown on, girl, why you gotta look so good? I can look and see you're not an average chick. You're shutting it down everywhere you go. Girl, I want you as bad as I wanna check. Cause you're sexy from head to toe. Girl, you're the reason I be acting funny. Everything in me telling me don't let you get away. And all the guys looking like they wanna love you. Every day I'm your body, got not over my dead body. Why you gotta look so good? Why you gotta look so good? Why you gotta look so good? With your hair done, nails done, when you put your grown on.
You are listening to the Maze Jackson Show. I'm your host, Maze Jackson. Hey, Reese, I want to throw into the conversation the mayor and a few incidents that have happened around this police shooting. I'm going to go courtesy of ABC7 and Craig Wall. I'm going to play a news report, and then we're going to take this and bring it right into the conversation. Y'all are listening to the Maze Jackson Show live on Facebook Live, YouTube, and WBGX 1570 AM, Twitter, and Twitch. This is from yesterday's ABC 7.
Lightfoot still feeling the sting of having police officers turn their back on her when she arrived at the hospital Saturday night after one officer was killed and another left clinging to life.
There was a lot of emotion from a range of the spectrum, from total despair to anger and rage and kind of everything in between.
Courtesy of ABC 7.
This is a really hard loss.
The mayor saying it was emblematic of a larger problem.
It's not about me. We are living in a time where people don't respect each other.
The mayor frustrated by some of the media coverage this week, including criticism of First Deputy Superintendent Eric Carter, who was caught on audio saying Saturday night there was no time to organize the bagpipe squad to pay honor to Officer Ella French. Lightfoot said it was based on a change in COVID protocols, but the medical examiner's office says those have not changed.
She got caught lying.
The right call. I support what he did, and I'm horrified that in this moment, people are trying to savage him for whatever agenda or purpose.
Lightfoot also defending herself from questions about why she went upstairs at the hospital to visit the wounded officer when his father, a former cop, asked her not to come up.
My role as mayor when I go to the hospital is to be there to show support, to make sure that city services are there and we're being responsive to the needs of whoever it is. So come on, give me a break.
Alderman Anthony Beal says the mayor could have handled things better.
I think the wise thing that should have happened is she should have just left her number and told the family that, I understand you're going through some very difficult times, but we're here to support you.
The mayor is saying at this point the most important thing to do is for people to pay honor to Officer French and her family. As for the other officer's condition, the last update the mayor got, he said he was making small but positive progress. Judy.
That was ABC 7.
Judy Mayor Lightfoot trying to...
that was ABC 7 yesterday, discussing Mayor Lightfoot. And I want to throw a couple other things in here. And I want y'all to call in, because I really want to hear about your response to the police. Reese, you can take me off the road now and go back to the phone lines. The phone lines are open. I'm going to put the phone number up. It is 872-259-7474. Reese, I'm feeling some kind of way about how I should feel about, like the words that are being used. Like honor and, and all of these different things. Remember my brother who was sitting in his own house eating ice cream, and they came and the police officer walked in and shot him? How about say her name and not down in Kentucky?
I forgot her name too, but yeah.
See, but again,
be asleep, right?
Mm-hmm. Right? And it's like, I don't ever recall in any type of way any police officer ever expressing remorse or standing, not even like, like even saying that was a wrong thing that happened without even throwing their guy under the bus. Now, I also want to bring into, because I really think that there's another racial dynamic that is starting to play into this story. Is somebody on the line? Okay, I just hear it. All right, so thanks. Yeah. So, did you all see the story about First Deputy Eric Carter? So he was the police. Basically, he was in charge. Remember, Superintendent Brown was out of town because his mother passed. Right? And so he wasn't in town, and he caught the first flight back when everything happened. So First Deputy Eric Carter was in charge. And there's a big hullabaloo now, and all of the police officers are upset because First Deputy was caught on the radio saying, allegedly caught on tape saying, "We ain't got time for this. Shh. Get her inside of the morgue." So in case you don't know what I'm talking about, police officers, you ever see like when a police officer is killed, like they line up along the expressway, they line up in the morgue, they line up and they do all of those things, the police cars, and they have this whole symbolic ceremony, etc. We saw police officers commenting from former police superintendent Gary McCarthy, and people saying that there's no way the police officers could follow First Deputy Eric Carter after him refusing to allow this ritual to happen. They say this is the thing that police do. Reese, you know what it made me? And at first I was like, oh, he's so crazy. Why would he even mess that up? And then, Reese, I thought about what it must have been like for First Deputy Eric Carter to go from being a patrolman to a sergeant to a lieutenant to getting into the leadership to ultimately being the next man in line to take over everything. And let me just tell you, he probably had to eat a lot of green crap, right? Because we know that the police department has been dominated by white Irish men. So now, you ever had to do something for so long and then finally, when you get to the point and you the boss, you be like, we ain't never doing that no more? I'm not worried about that no more? That's kind of what I feel like this situation is, and who is this ninja to interrupt our process? Now let me ask you a question. And I feel like this could be cultural. Do you think any black police officer, let me back up. Is that a police ritual or is that a white Irish police ritual that black people were forced to participate in when they wasn't in charge? Right? Like, do you know any, because the mayor messed this up because she was like, let me choose my words carefully. There was a group of people, it wasn't the official honor guard, and they tried to hijack the march. Let me say how I see this, right? And I'm not going to trip out. Y'all, this is all speculation. Y'all know I told y'all I'd be making up stuff in my mind. But this is how I imagine. At 2 o'clock in the morning, nobody's prepared to bring out the bagpipes. But we got to move, yo. We got to scramble. We just had an officer. So you call the head of the bagpipes. You don't got to be French. Remember, you don't have to be Irish. You part of the green team once you join the blue team. Or not, you're part of it. But they force you into their culture because it's their place. So Reese, the phone rings at 2 o'clock in the morning where the police officer has been assaulted. And it's like, now everything's got to go into order. Fast, hyper-speed order. So we got this procedure that we do when any of our team is assaulted, is murdered. From the lining up to the expressway, somebody has to make the calls to say, get all the cars along the expressway, you know how they have somebody has to organize that. Now, if you got to organize that at 2 o'clock in the morning, you probably ain't getting everybody because everybody ain't answering the phone, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So what happens, Reese? You get 7 or 8 guys get together and they be like, all right, I'll be there. Could have been drunk, could have been whatever it was. They dragged themselves up. They done halfway pulled on their uniforms. And they like, we got to make sure that this officer gets her respect as she gets pulled into the mark. And then they out there doing the thing. So now, when the white Irish men were in charge, it was automatic. They was like, we don't care, slow everything down. We gon' do this procedure. But remember, the black man ain't never really been in the crew, right? So all the way up, as the black dude that's climbing the ladder, they still kicking you to the curb. So now you at the top of the thing, let's just say you don't even know that you're supposed to have the Irish parade go in. Check this out. The people who operate the bagpipes, you know what their names is called? The Emerald Club. Green team. So now, at the point in which, and that's, you know, if you on that, you probably in the hardcore, you know what I'm saying, you like on the squad. And they've already coordinated that they're not working with the mayor. It's much easier to scapegoat a black deputy chief who ain't even clued in on the tip. And he probably like, don't nobody black want to sing no Irish songs on their way into the morgue? But how many black people had to be forced to do that for all the years that the white guys were in charge? So now the black man is in charge. I lost somebody. Reese, I lost you, dog. Your camera went out. Did he park? Did he turn? Ron be sabotaging you, dog. He unplugged you so you ain't got no juice. Your camera gone. Anyway. So now here is this brother who is now at the pinnacle of the power. He got all the keys, and he's dealing with the murder, the death of a police officer, and the green team calls him up and say, hey, yo, brother, you can't put her in the morgue right now because we got to do our Irish holy dance before you go in. Now, I'm not tripping, but if you a brother and you ain't been clued in on the team and you made it to the top and now they telling you slow the body down because we got to get our guys to be able to play their war song in front of this as we bring our person in and do all of our symbolism. And you saying, yo, Joe, I am trying to deal with a murder right now, and now I got to deal with this crew that got their own sets of rituals in their own book in the Irish set of bylaws that I ain't never seen before. So I'm not tripping on the brother no more. I'm not. I think about how many times when I went to Nazarene camp where you had to sing onward Christian soldiers marching, right? And you singing all this white stuff that you really ain't got no choice, because if you gonna make it, you gotta play by the rules. But when you get to the top, you be like, hey, Joe, hey. Yeah, no. And what makes it easy to attack? What makes him easy to attack, y'all? Because he ain't on the green team. So y'all can attack him. Y'all can be, because the rank and file is like, who care about that ninja up there anyway? Because now all he is an extension of the mayor. In spite of all the years that he done spent, like, think about this. That man done worked his way all the way up through the ranks the same way to white people, and he still ain't in the club. He is the number 2 man, and he still ain't in the club. And they can come out and crucify him. He ain't. What happened to him being a brother in blue? Do you know any black people that really care about bagpipes? I got cop friends.
I got cop family.
Let me ask you a question. Now, I'm going to say that if you are part of the lifestyle and you have envisioned yourself in that, maybe then, and you know, if I ever go down, I want them to play the bagpipes, and maybe that's the case. But is that what black people want? Is that what because see, I'm telling you, Deputy Chief Carter still ain't in the club. He got the title, but he still ain't in the club. Yo, cuz, they got the Emerald Society. Did you hear that? The Emerald Society. How many black bagpipers are there?
It's probably just that one.
How many Asians? How many Latinos? Whose culture, whose ritual is this? You know, I was watching The Wire. Some old episodes of The Wire. And a Irish police officer died, and they took his body to the bar, and like they were having a ceremony right around the bar, and his body was there, and they were all drinking and blah blah blah, and they was gonna take him over to the morgue a little bit later, right, Reese? But what I saw was all of the black people had to sing the Irish song. And they had to drink the Irish whiskey. And they had to, right? And it's like, when all of the symbolism, when everything is built on, think about this. The Emerald Society, and you call a black man up in the middle of he dealing with a crisis and say, the Emerald Society say, stop everything till we get there. No, they got a special fund for that. It ain't in the budget. They got a but here's my thing. This tells you that there's a separate rule book that black people that's operating in the police department don't even know about. So when you ask, is there the possibility that something nefarious could be happening? Think about when the deputy chief don't know the rules to the game. They go to protocol when somebody dies. Right? What y'all call that, getting on code? They got on code and the deputy chief wasn't understanding the code. Because he ain't never been clicked into the code. Because it's been a different experience. So when I say, do you think the police think their lives matter more than black people's? I think they do. And what Deputy Chief Carter is learning is that blue don't change your black. McCarthy saying, I don't know how anybody could follow him after that. What? Huh? Wait, what? So y'all mean to tell me this man got every badge, everything you could possibly have on your chest, and you can't trust him because he didn't know about the Green Team special ceremony? Man, I feel like that's like a war dance before they get ready to come get you. Check this out. Can you imagine being a 25-year-old black man walking outside of the University of Chicago unknowingly when those police was out there? See, cuz for as good as you are and as high as you climb, and I'm going to tell you, the mayor didn't do herself no favors because she just be lying. Right? She said, oh, the policy, now because of COVID, the policy is he can't. No, how about this? We disagreed. We were trying to get the body. Look, we wanted to get the family to access to the body. This is the first time we've ever dealt with something like this. Y'all wait, y'all done canceled. Y'all saying the man is no longer a leader? Think about how quickly the blue line, that blue wall don't necessarily always reach to the black people. And so for the people who ask me, why? I ask the question, it's because, y'all, it's like do y'all not understand? Like, for the black people that are in the police department that have black family members, man, I pray for you and your family every day. I pray that the young black men that take on the responsibility of becoming police officers will remember these moments. They will have them burned into their heads, that they will remember all of the Trayvon Martins. They will remember Laquan McDonald's. They will remember Rekia Boyd's, and they will remember this statement of they wanted to get home to their families too. I pray that before any black police officer falls on their sword for the Irish bagpipes, that they think about all of the black people that we have watched be murdered at the hands of police, and we still show y'all love and respect. Because the overwhelming number of police officers, black police officers that I know, don't nobody hate on them. Not no black people. They don't hate on them. You talking about the shorties that's out in the streets every day. But that's not the sentiment of black people towards black police officers. And when young black police officers show up, if they don't turn into people doing Irish war dances and calling us monkeys and spitting the same rhetoric that the white people that they work with do and start to see us as animals and leave our humanity, we are with them too. But y'all everybody watching this needs to see how they're treating the deputy chief, the deputy superintendent. So wait, because I didn't do the Irish war dance before, putting the body into their parents, I'm unfit for leadership? Hold on, y'all last guy gave Jason Van Dyke a job while he was on trial. Wait, what? And so you gotta miss me with this, like, we can forgive, but ain't nobody forgot nothing. I can't take out of my mind the picture of that young black boy with the two police officers that put deer antlers on his head. Like, who talks about that? And then you see that, and you trying to tell me it ain't a separate playbook for black people? Deputy Chief Carter didn't know about the Green Team playbook and because it's always been the Irishman in the spot, they ain't got to tell him the plays in the book. Look, y'all, this is the Maze Jackson Show. Thank you to everybody on WBGX 1570 who has tuned in to us. Y'all can keep on listening to us. We'll be right back after these messages. Watch us on Facebook. Watch us on YouTube. It is the Maze Jackson Show.
The Maze Jackson Show will be back after this break.
WIIFTBP. Introducing your trusted source for high-quality black emojis, better known as Blackmoji. We believe black is beautiful, and that beauty should be reflected in the digital market. Now there is an app that does just that, starting with Black Greek letter organizations. Blackmoji D9 offers more than an emoji app. It is a cultural experience of black excellence. Download the app in the Apple or Google Play Store to access a specially curated catalog of emojis representing the Divine Nine. Use the emojis to celebrate Black Week events, acknowledge current events, support social causes, and learn about esteemed Black Week members who blaze the trail of Black history. A portion of every subscription goes toward a scholarship fund specifically for members of Black Greek letter organizations to help keep the legacy alive. Download the Blackmoji app today.
Drops of cruising, old school music, old school juicy. Gotta make my way to you. Pull up on that ass like, ooh. I wanna take you to New York, Chicago, LA, Houston, down all over London, Paris, the Bay, everywhere. I'll take you downtown. Show you all the finer things in life. I wanna take you downtown. Show you all the finer things in life. I wanna take you down. I wanna take you down. I wanna take you downtown. Show you all in life. I wanna take you downtown. Show you all the kind of things in life.
Lake Shore, I made sure to make sure, that my place yours. 28th floor, I had 8 thoughts, all 8 yours, cake for dessert. But I ate yours.
I wanna take you to New York, Chicago, LA, Houston, down all over London, Paris, the Bay, everywhere. Fly all over. Your last boy couldn't get what you asked for. Your last boy didn't even know. I'm gonna take you downtown. Show you all the finer things in life. I wanna take you downtown. Show you all the finer things in life. I wanna take you down. 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 I'm gonna take you downtown. Show you all the finer things in life. I wanna take you down.
And now, traffic and weather.
Good morning. What's in it for the Black People Media family? The time is now 8:05 a.m. and I am Reese the Ruler with your Chicagoland area sports, weather, and traffic update. In sports, the Chicago Cubs took on the Milwaukee Brewers last night, failed to score a run, strike out 10 straight as they lose to the Milwaukee Brewers 10-0. The Chicago White Sox was in action against the Minnesota Twins last night in Game 3. The Twins managed to shut them out as the Sox failed to get on the scoreboard and they lose 1-0. Now on to traffic. On the Kennedy, O'Hare to the Loop will be 32 minutes. Outbound will be 20. On the Eden, inbound from Deerfield to Exchange will be 40. Exchange to Deerfield will be 34. On the Eisenhower, Thorndale to the Loop will be 39. Back out to Thorndale will be 37. On the Stevenson, from I-355 to the Dan Ryan is 37. Outbound will be 41. Bishop Ford, I-80 to the Dan Ryan 34. 29 minutes back out to I-80. The Dan Ryan is 19 minutes to the Loop, 15 minutes to 95th. DuSable Lakeshore Drive on 55th and Jackson is 9 minutes. Jackson to 55th will be 7. On the north side of things, the 8 minutes is holding strong. That's Bryn Mawr to Randolph and Randolph to Bryn Mawr. Today's weather is still 75 and partly cloudy. Expect a high still of 90 and a low of 73. There will be late showers throughout the night after 9. I'm Reese the Ruler. Now let's get back to the baddest morning show in the land, The Maze Jackson Show.
For the black people, for the black people, for the black people. What's in it for the black people? You know it.
Back to the Maze Jackson Show. You are listening to the most dangerous show in the morning. This is What's in it for the Black People Radio. Maze Jackson. Maze Jackson, the most vociferous advocate for black people in the world.
If you ain't trying to help us, don't even try to be around and can't protect us. We see the lies, not other politicians. We need money and no symbolism. It's Maze, it's Sonia, and Ruthie, and Todd, explaining how we all come from God, giving us tools to beat the odds. If we're united, our movement gon' stop. If they ain't trying to help us, they ain't trying to do nothing. We gotta do something, we gotta stop running. It's time to confront the problem. Really, you expect you oppressed to solve them.
Wake up, Chicago. Wake up, world. This is the Maze Jackson Show. I'm your host, Maze Jackson. Got my man, DJ Reese the Ruler, in the building, and we are doing our thing. It is the 8 o'clock hour. How y'all feeling, man? I'm feeling some kind of way. I need to understand, how do we need to react to the police? I told you yesterday I was commenting on social media, and it was a lot of, I felt like oftentimes, so I want y'all at some point later on the day to go check out the conversation. It's like, I'm not looking for you to jump on nobody or nothing like that, but I felt like this conversation that I had yesterday, I was talking about, are the lives of police more valuable than the lives of average citizens? And I told you that the conversation was going on, and it went on all day. I told you I like to save my conversations for when I go to the bathroom, so I had something good to read. You know, and if y'all put like 200 comments in there, Carrie be like, what you doing in there? Come on out of there. Good Lord, did you turn on the fan? I'd be like, baby, I be in the bathroom. I don't even be using the bathroom. I just be reading. Just be like, just give me some peace and quiet up here. I don't know what it is about the bathroom. But anyway, I started getting pinged because me and my son were watching Black Widow last night. By the way, Black Widow, dope. Dope. Now, it cost me $30 to watch, but it was dope. Disney. Anyway, and then, just like in real life, Chicago police officers and allies got involved in the conversation. And what was an amicable conversation where people just said no. I mean, realistically, I did know what the outcome of it was going to be, which was most black people are not going to say that the lives of police officers are more valuable than the lives of black folks. But I do feel like there is this perception right now that the lives of police are more valuable, or like that this murder of this police officer is somehow more dramatic than the death of anybody else that has died. And we see 10 people dying at a minimum every week. And the police officer jumped in and instantly started name calling and calling people asinine. And I'm talking about, we had a civil conversation going on. And for the life of me, and I really didn't care about where your position was. But it went from the person saying his piece and saying, hey, look, no, we expect the police lives don't show the same love. And it turned into this personal conversation in which name calling got involved. And what I felt like was, if this was a police interaction on the street, the police ask a question, you answer the question, and now you are being smart, and now you obstructing, and now you about to get slapped. And the way the police officer carried it was like, you stupid. For all of these, and it's like, why is anybody stupid? Why are you elevating the language? Why are you putting someone in a position where they feel like they're on the defense when the only question is, our police lives matter? Do they matter more than black people? Is there any reason to be offended? But the thing I thought was so crazy about the conversation was, here was this, all day we was operating fine, controversial question, nobody's having a fight. The police enter, and now the situation has escalated to the point where people are now being denigrated, and then they call people in, and now you stupid and you ignorant. And it's like, how can you be stupid? Are we to forget all of the black lives that we've seen taken on camera? I ask that because it seems to me like, you know, when people be like, don't worry about that, don't worry about that, don't worry about that. Worry about what my issue is. And my point is this a moment where we can get some understanding? How y'all hearts are hurting, can you now empathize? Can I remind y'all? They took Dylan Roof to get Burger King after murdering 9 people. I can't forget that. Do you understand? No. I'm not talking about, it's easy to say, oh, it's the black dudes on the street with their pants hanging down, that's outside smoking a blunt, even though white kids be walking all up and down downtown smoking weed. We can justify in our mind. You know what I was saying the other day? I was talking to somebody from my era, and we was like, now you know better than that. You know they should have killed you for that. And I'm talking about minor offenses, like talking back. Like, brother, you know you can't be talking back to the police. You know if they ask you a question, even if they wrong, you better just go along with it.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. No, sir. Yes, sir. He be on some BS. Sir, I got it. Sir, no problem, sir. How many times have we seen someone wind up dead for complying? And And what was crazy was then she went and got a gang to come jump on me, which I felt like is the support squad car pulling up, like jumping out the car, jump out like, man, we already had understanding that cop come out, he just busting heads. And it's like, we all know these things to be real. And I recognize that these situations become very scary for people who have family that's in the business. I got family that are police officers. Trust me. And just dig this. At the same time, we trying to deal this thing out. The white cops are attacking the black deputy chief. You busy telling us how we should forget, and his own squad, who you're defending right now, is trying to cut his gonads off. Do you see the complex situation that black people are caught in? I think Brother Frank nailed it. Give us a call, 872-259-7474, 872-259-7474. How are black people supposed to react to this? I mean, are we supposed to be like super sad? First of all, the tragic loss of life is tragic no matter whose life it is. However, if certain people see less value in your life, then they're more willing to take it and use things like, I just wanted to get home to my family. Remember that's what they said about Derek Chauvin. That's what Jason Van Dyke, 30 yards away, he had a knife, I feared for my life. Let's go to the phone lines. And because they can sell and let me just tell you what. It's so outlandish for me to see black folks with black kids act like black folks only birth the worst. That's police talk. That I don't like the kids sagging, but that's not a reason to devalue their life. I don't like the certain things. I don't like all the tattoos. Now, I'm going to tell you, you got a little murder tattoo, you little homicide, you get yours. But I don't think that these things that we have forever in our lives said that we know that's going to get you killed should be the case. Sarah Lee, you on the Maze Jackson Show. Sarah?
Hi, how are you doing this morning?
I'm good, Sarah. How are you? Hello?
I'm doing well, thank you. I just had a quick question. With everything that's going on in the city, what do you think that the mayor can do differently to gain, the citizens' respect and just pull us all together so we can all respect each other and have less of this violence and help with everything that's going on in the community? What can she do differently from your perspective? That's all. Thank you. Bye.
Thank you, Sarah. I'm going to be honest with you. I think the mayor has lost all credibility. I think she's got to get some people. Her personal credibility is gone. Because she's kind of double crossed everybody. From the very first time that she got in to just the untruths that she continues to tell. So I don't know if it's the mayor. I think it is the love of our city and the actively involved and engaged people. And let me also say this. Let me just say this piece too. It's like everybody seems to find a soapbox, which is why you ain't doing something in your community, why you ain't doing something in your neighborhood, if you talking about this and let's be clear. A lot of us do a lot of work in our neighborhoods and do the work to keep our children from being in this mix. Because quite frankly, if you ask all the good kids, do they feel safe by the police? They'll tell you no unless they live in Beverly. And if they ain't black, because the black kids in Beverly will tell you they don't feel safe. Different kind of unsafety. Remember the cops remember the cop's daughter who told my son on graduation, I done sat next to him, your dad drives that Porsche. Is he a drug dealer? Huh? Because you've been sitting around the same people that said, again, all you need to do is go look at that mama's page. She could be as ghetto as she wants to be. And by the way, the black delegation made a vote early this morning. If you're tuning in late, we are not claiming this murderer. However, if you read the comments seem to be the excuse that they use to get everything that they want to say about black people off their chest. So when they tell her that your son is sharing the welfare money from the currency exchange, that's the cop who's been working the currency exchange that know what's going on about the joint. See, y'all, these are the moments that we as black folks refuse to take advantage of. We feel like by some way taking some sort of responsibility, by showing some sort of empathy throughout this, that hopefully maybe one day they will care about us. No, this doesn't make them say, we got to stop the killing. It makes them say, we got to kill them. We got to get rid of them. Do you see any calls for community healing? Do you see anybody lost? Do you ever see the lost lives of police teaming up with the lost lives of the people in the streets or people who have lost their families? No. They like, we got our own. From Commander Bauer to every police shooting murder that we've seen, have any of them brought the two communities closer together? Have they ever been used to say, hey, this murder, this death, this killing is senseless. We got to stop it on all of them. It's the Maze Jackson Show. Reese, we got a caller? Who's on the phone line? Caller, you on the Maze Jackson Show.
Maze.
Uh-oh.
It is Janessa.
Uh-oh. Hey, Janessa. That's your name today?
So yeah, that's my name today. Okay. My mama gave me that one, so we don't have to use that one today.
Okay.
So if you notice, you don't even hear police say, oh, I fear for my life. I fear for my safety. We have watched the narrative change right before our eyes into now I just want to go home at night. Which one is it? Right? And you ask the question, what should the response from Black people be? We shouldn't have a response at all.
Right.
Our response would be the same exact response they have when any of ours is murdered by a police officer or when we kill each other in the neighborhoods, in our communities. They say nothing. We shouldn't say a damn word. Not a one. If we can't get on code to do nothing else, get on code to just say nothing. Follow Alderman Taylor's lead. Say nothing. Nothing. If we love Alderman Taylor, and we do, and I hope she's listening, say nothing. Don't argue with these insurrectionists.
Ooh, I love that. I love that. The insurrectionists. We got to use that. We got a new name. Skip colonists.
Go ahead.
I'm using that. I'm telling you.
Go ahead. I'm not arguing with these insurrectionists on these news outlet comments that show the heart of Chicago. And another thing, I want Black people to stop getting so upset about these comments. Stop letting these people get comfortable with you and putting your feet up on your couch, and you won't be hurt. It's 2021 and y'all still hurt? Come on, man. That's all I got, made.
Thank you, Janessa. Y'all get some of them Janessa products too. Robert Patrice. Hey, it's the Maze Jackson Show. Let me go to the live line. Anthony, you on the Maze Jackson Show?
Good morning, Maze.
Man,
how are
two
you?
times in 1 week. I'm feeling good. What's up, Anthony? How you feeling?
First of all, brother, I love you. Okay.
Okay.
Calm down. Take some deep breaths. All right. I need you breathing. I need you breathing. All right. I told you in the past, man, this stuff is layered. It's been going on forever. These people of color, these brown folks, is holding these white folks' water for them because they don't really have the power no more. They don't have the numbers made. And now they done taught these other people of color you gotta hate them black folks, all right? Now, in a perfect world, they wouldn't even be down here in our neighborhoods, in our communities, policing. It would be people the same color as us. But they ain't gonna do that because, we're worried for funding money in that. But anyway, brother, I need you breathing. Don't you dare let this stuff get you to the point where we stand around doing a visual because you're at Christ Hospital trying to catch your breath. All right?
All right, brother.
I love you, man. We'll talk.
Thank you, my brother. Thank you. Yeah, I'm gonna tell you. This stuff make it hard for me to sleep at night sometimes. The hypocrisy of everything that I'm seeing right now, it's just difficult for me to not talk about. Let me tell you. I'm talking to a couple people. I have followed and watched. Social media gives you a peek at people's lives, right? People that you don't know, people that join your timeline, and some people you read and you see their information, and you proud of them. And so when you teach your concealed carry classes and you out there trying to get people active and learning how to use the pistols and trying to protect themselves, I cheer for you. I do. I've watched certain young people on social media go from high school to college to leaving college and becoming grown men, joining the police force and going out there and fighting every day. And me knowing that the values that what I believe, hoping that the values and your fight for the community has transferred to your child. And I have, and it's people like you all that provide me optimism and hope. And so when we talk about these police issues, I realize it can be personal, especially if you got a family that's police. But that's where we have to have the discernment. We have to have the ability to say, hey man, this brother is on the team. I can't operate with the hope that without any type of optimism. And so oftentimes the people that get so passionate, it's like we looking at you as the ability to be the change. But we as black folks can't pretend like our relationship with the police has always been a good one. And it ain't always our fault. Now, and the more that's how y'all grew up around a lot of white folks. And there was a time when you'd be around white folks, and if you listen to white folks, you would swear that black folks was the worst thing God ever made. You would swear that black folks was the worst thing that God ever made. And then you get to meet all of the different shades and hues and the things that shape us and all of the things, and you say, man, black folks is different. There's a whole bunch of us. And I would tell you that 95% of us are just trying to make it. We got to navigate our own neighborhoods, much less having to worry about some dude from some other neighborhood looking at my son who's growing up, who needs the chance to have all of the opportunities to fulfill his life and take the chances and learn, make mistakes, and live to become a strong man. I think about how many keg parties and hard drugs and stuff that I saw white kids doing when I was growing up that I was like, black people just don't do that. And they got the benefit of the doubt. I watched the white boys shoplift, steal, fight, do everything terrible, but they never really worried about losing their life. And now I see them and they on social media and they the cream of the crop of the world. They had a chance to live. They had a chance to grow up. They had a chance to grow out of it. I tell you my stories, my struggles as a young black man trying to navigate this space and trying to figure out how do you love yourself in a world that teaches you not to love yourself. And you go through, is my understanding of how I'm going to make my name in this being in a gang? Is it being in the streets? Do I got to be a tough guy? And someday, at some point, hopefully, for some of us earlier, some of us later, I was the son of a preacher and a teacher. And there was nothing under the sun that any of these kids have that I didn't do. But I survived. And I'm going to tell you, it would have been very easy for me to go back to Bolingbrook, live out there and be like, hey, yo, them Negroes over there don't want no better. They got their kids hanging down, their baby mamas. No, I still have optimism every single day that we have a right to not just survive, but thrive. And we cannot take on the narrative of white folks for black people. And I'm just not laying down for it. I'm just not laying down for it. So, and to the issue of Mace Jackson posted this post for likes. What the hell is social media for? You don't post a picture of you and your kids. You don't post a picture of your new hairstyle. You don't post a picture without somebody. You want a reaction. You may not like the reaction, but you asked for a reaction. Remember, before there was all them buttons, it was just like. So don't try to minimize the arguments by trying to put it in. Don't try to minimize the reality of the situation. It's the Mace Jackson Show. I'm gonna take a quick break and then I'm gonna come take this call. It's the Mace Jackson Show. I gotta go to the bathroom. We'll be back.
The Mace Jackson Show. We'll be back after this break.
WIIFTBP. Broken screen, crash system. Are you in need of spyware or virus removal from your computer? Well, contact RPC Computer Repair in South Shore and let us help you with all your computer repair services and print needs. Need office or print production services, copies, scans, fax, or even notary service? Then stop by and support RPC Computer Repair and Print Shop located 1741 East 71st Street in the 71st Street corridor, newly revitalized South Shore areas, and let RPC be your one-stop shop, where we believe RPC is your PC. RPC Computer Repair is also a UPS access point where you can drop off and pick up your important packages. So let RPC be of service to you. Call RPC Computer Monday through Saturday, 8 a.m. through 6 p.m. at 773-966-4457. That's 773-966-4457. Visit RPC at rpccomputeringinc.com for more information.
And now, traffic and weather.
Good morning. What's in it for the Black People Media family? The time is now 8:33 a.m. and I'm Reach the Ruler with your last sports weather and traffic update. The Chicago Cubs took on the Milwaukee Brewers last night. Cubs tied a major league record as they struck out 10 times in a row, and they will lose 10-0. Sad day to be a Cubs fan. The Chicago White Sox were also in action. They took on the Minnesota Twins in Minnesota. The Twins pitching shut out the Sox as they failed to score, and they lose 1-0. Now on the traffic right now, on the Kennedy, O'Hare to the Loop is down to 29 minutes. Outbound to O'Hare is 17. On the Eden, from Deerfield to the Exchange is 37 minutes. Exchange to Deerfield is down to 32. Eisenhower, Thorndale to the Loop is 34. Back out to Thorndale will be 40. Stevenson, I-355 to the Dan Ryan is 37 minutes. Outbound will be 34. The Bishop Ford, I-80 to the Dan Ryan is 33 minutes. 29 minutes back out to I-80. The Dan Ryan is 19 minutes to the Loop, 16 minutes to 95th. DuSable Lakeshore Drive. All sides are 8 minutes. That's 55th to Jackson. Jackson to 55th. That's south. On the north side of things, 8 minutes. Randolph to Bryn Mawr. Bryn Mawr to Randolph. Today's weather, it is currently 76 and partly cloudy. Today will be a high of 90 but a low of 73. Expect late showers throughout the night after 9 p.m. Now I'm Reach the Ruler. In case you forgot, it's always easy to love.
Loving you has always been easy because it's true. I would not believe if someone would have told me you would come along to reveal my soul, cause I was done with love, my heart had grown cold. You had good energy, exactly what I needed. You walked in my life and placed the joy where was needed. Not a mirage, what I feel for you. Put that on God, girl, I'm loving you. Said it's easy, it's easy to love, easy to love. Said it's easy, it's easy to love, easy to love. Oh yeah. Loving you has always been easy cause you're beautiful. Loving you has always been wonderful, more than you'll ever know. We got the chemistry, go together like love says. Passion and care we show one another, top stars. The feelings I have for you, I ain't felt it so long. What we share together, baby, the bond is so strong. It's no facade of what I feel for you. Put that on God, I got love for you. Yeah, said it's easy to love, easy to love. Said it's easy.
It's the Maze Jackson Show. I'm your host, Maze Jackson. Doing my thing. You know, I be wondering when people call me on the radio. I'm gonna be like, "Is this a?" I hope this is a call. Hello. Hello. Do you use Baby Johnson & Johnson the baby shower powder? Well, y'all can win a lawsuit, okay? Don't be calling me during my show.
Is your car insurance warranty running out?
Okay. Let me just tell you, y'all do not want to F with the den. I'm going to just tell you, I'm about to take this call, but y'all do not want to F with the den. My sources, see, here's the thing about us. This is what I love about WIIFTBP. It's like we everywhere and nowhere at the same time. You know, like the spook that sat by the door? Yo. See, where was you at last night? And I can't even post this, but I'm just gonna tell you, somebody just sent me the game. Like, we could have ended that conversation yesterday, but all right. Let's go to the phone lines. I gotta ask, how are we supposed to feel about this? It's the Maze Jackson Show. Carrie on the Maze Jackson Show. Hello?
Hello?
Go ahead. Hey, caller. What's your name?
Yeah, this is Joe.
What? Say, I'm sorry, I didn't hear it. Joe?
Gerald.
Oh, Gerald. What's up, brother? Come on, talk to us. What's going on?
Yeah, I just wanted to say, I used to be in law enforcement in Chicago, in the suburbs and in the city for like 20 years. And what I got to say is you have to understand that they have a culture. The police have a culture. It's separate from anything else in society. They have a certain brotherhood, and that's the way it goes. And me, as a black officer, a lot of times I didn't delve into the culture. I was just like doing my job. I was a black man doing my job. And I tried to make it a point when I dealt with my people, I would make sure I was fair with them at all times, even if they were doing things they shouldn't have been doing. I made sure I was fair. And see, I would tell any black officer to be like that. And you don't have to fall for that culture. You can still be a good officer. You still can do your job as long as you know who you are when you put that badge on. Okay? And so this is the problem. It's hard to navigate if you don't know what you're dealing with. It's hard to navigate, and a lot of officers and a lot of people get sucked into the culture because they want to be accepted. But don't allow that to take away who you are as a black person on the department. I'm speaking for black people because I can't speak for other groups of people. I'm speaking for us. Okay, so what I'm saying is this. Okay, they have a stronghold on this department. The Irish own this department, period. It's theirs, and that's just a fact. And especially with the political history of Chicago, anybody should understand that. They let you know that when you're in an academy. You're in an academy, they let you know that. Okay, and then it's up to you whether, okay, I'm going to fall for this and go down that road, or I'm going to just, hey, I'm here, I'm doing my job, you know. And most black officers get in there because it's a good job, it's good benefits, and they can have a career, and they can take care of their family and all that good stuff. That's why we get in there. Now, any other ulterior motives, that's on them. But this is the situation. They own that. And if we don't understand that they own that, we can't expect them to say like, hey, we're wrong about this.
Stop. When you say they're on that, explain that.
They own that, own that.
Oh, own it. Oh, God. So, see, because
they own it.
It seems to me like what we don't seem to recognize is that they got their own rules, and it's like they're not like we're accepted. It's like they forced themselves to accept us. They just threw that black police officer that shot the person in the L. They threw her up under the bus. Where's the solidarity for the police? For her? Where's anybody standing up for her? And it's just like, again, you see what happened in this sergeant. Go ahead, I'm sorry.
Exactly. I've seen it with my 20 years out there. I've seen it time and time again. All the black officers know, whether they tell you or not, they know that we cannot do what they do. We know that. That's why you never hear a black officer getting in trouble for shooting somebody in the back, because we know better. That's a death sentence if we shoot anybody in the back. But they shoot people in the back, and they work it out. But we can't do that, and we know that. That's why you never hear black police officers, shooting people all of a sudden talking about I fear for my life. How come we don't fear for our life? Because we know better, and we know what's going on, because we're on the inside. And see, that's what you have to understand, because I'm going to throw this in here. It has nothing to do with the police per se, but it's just another culture that they hold. Look at the fire department. I was told by an old timer, a cop, years ago, and I never noticed it. If you ever look at the large fire engine on the big police, on the fire department, and you see all the lights, if you look, next time you see a big fire engine, you look in the middle of the front of the fire engine, right under the windshield, it's a rectangular light that's green. Sometimes it's round. And it's green. All the other lights on the truck are fire truck colors, but that one's green. And he told me, he said, that's to let everyone know that the Irish own this department. This is ours. And that green light is a signal to let you know this is ours. And a lot of people don't know that.
See, okay, so let me just stop you right there. You got to, thank you for your call. Thank you, Gerald, for your call. I've been telling y'all about the Green Team. I done told y'all about the Irish Fellowship. I done told you it's a whole secret society that don't nobody want to talk about. And then when crazy stuff happen, we be like, no, it couldn't be. Yo, Deputy Chief Carter and the sister who got locked up should recognize, like, yo, this different for black people. And even the black people that's running to the front, it's not going to be the same for you. Craig, you on the Maze Jackson Show.
Oh, man, good morning. How you doing?
All right, how you doing, Craig?
I'm blessed. Greg, this is Greg from Black Gaming League and ECCSD. What's going on, brother?
Greg Sherman, what's up, famo? Hey, man, shout out to y'all. I saw y'all on the book with the text, and I got to get over there. Y'all got to get on over here too. Talk to me. We got to get a Black Gaming League show going too. Talk to me. What's going on, brother?
That's what's up. I just wanted to say, because people in law enforcement and people who are fans of law enforcement forget that entity has never been a friendly entity to the Black community. It's getting better, and it's gotten better because we do have so many Black officers. We do have so many younger officers, but the reality is, no matter what city you go to, no matter the demographic, every officer in this country has a higher contact with Black people everywhere, even Black officers, even Hispanic officers, and that is intentionally designed from the department. They don't even know that they brainwashed. They come into this entity thinking that they finna save the world, and then before you know it, they harassing and hunting Black people just like their ancestors and their forefathers in the police station. As the brother before me said, until the old guard is gone, right, the 70s and 80s, and those people of power, until they're gone, the police station will always have the same mindset of, we are the prey. We are who they are hunting for to keep the corrections full. Illinois don't got nothing but corn and corrections. I mean, they've been capitalizing off our dollar.
We got cannabis now. We the cannabis capital of the world.
Oh, yeah, we got cannabis now. Yeah, we got cannabis now. No doubt about it. But that's what I think. I don't think that, to answer the question, our lives, our communities has never mattered over dogs, especially not over no police. I mean, they didn't track down who bought the gun. And by the way, the person who purchased the gun was white. They let him out, right?
Oh, he was white?
Why is he not? I mean, did you see his name? They didn't show his picture, but they showed the profile. And his name, I never saw a Black person in my life with that kind of name.
I got the
so I may be off, but they showed the profile, and he looked non-Black. How about that?
Just like these
but
two
he's
other
out,
two.
And I would go out on the limb. Pardon me?
I said just like these other two. We ain't claiming them either. So yeah, he probably was white. Let's push it on to the white folks.
Without a doubt. And so when it comes to that entity, they the first gangs. They've been gang banging since before Larry and them ever got started. Our gangs were created because of the entity of police, to stop them from coming into our neighborhoods and harassing our elders and our children. So, I'm sorry to law enforcement listeners and the supporters of law enforcement. Until you change, it's like people who say, let's uphold the Constitution. Do you realize you're saying let's uphold a document that was written when you were considered less than human? Yeah. And so until they change the policies and what that badge stands for, and I'm not never hashtag support the blue. The blue ain't never supported our community. And that's my statement for that, brother.
Thank you, Brother Greg. I appreciate you. Do I got any other calls? All right, so I'm going to end my conversation because my DJ is now my producer, and he booking slots, right? He booking infomercials on my show in my last half hour, right? You know, I don't really like to give up my last half hour, never, because I have my recap, my close. You know what I'm saying? And so we have a guest in the studio, so we going to go ahead and why don't you go bring your guest in, right? I could do everything in the world, right? Give away the whole. I would just tell y'all, I feel like Frederick Douglass, string, cowboy, rope, and if it wasn't somebody I love, I probably would be talking a lot more smack, right? Like I really would, because I really don't ever like to give up my last 12 minutes. It's where I start to bring it all to culmination. But it's all good, because we got one of my longest serving. You might sit over there, bro. No, actually, you sit there. One of my longest and most dearest friends is in the building, taking my last half hour. I don't know how. I don't know how I got a producer too. Right? I don't know how I started getting my guest booked for me. Right? I don't know where that happened. I don't know when that happened. I don't I looked at my text. I was checking to make sure I didn't accidentally reply.
Right. I mean,
and so I know I didn't send a yes. I was looking for my yes. Right? I'd be like, but it's what happens is once you open the barn door, everybody be like, you know what? I'm gonna just walk through it. I'm just walk on through it. Then they be like, then the next thing you know, they'll be inviting old friends back, talking about, oh yeah, go ahead. It's the last half hour though, so let me do this, y'all. I'm gonna go ahead, and I'm gonna just give you the mic for the last half hour. I mean, for the last 10 minutes, and I'm gonna let you talk about whatever you like to talk about. I know you got a big show coming on. You got a big event. I know you had Did you did a whole show yesterday? Did you have a whole hour infomercial? Y'all taking my last 15 minutes. Ladies and gentlemen, here to close out the show is Brother Sadiq. So I'm going to shrink myself. I'm going to take Reese off the screen. I'm going to put me in a little corner right here, and I'm going to turn over the last 10 minutes of the Maze Jackson show to the plant-based African who has a cruise, which I can't eat nothing on.
You can eat on that.
Right. Now you're telling me what I can eat too, right? So now you done produced the show, you done booked guests, you done gave up, and now you done made me a vegetarian. So with that in mind, I'm going to turn it over to, you all know him and love him. You saw him yesterday. I know I said, write a commercial. You can run commercials all through my show, do whatever you want to do. But I think Reese decided that he was going to turn it into an infomercial. So brothers and sisters, welcome to the Maze Jackson show. Brother Sadiq, better known as the plant-based African. Brother, take it away.
Good morning, Brother Jackson.
Good morning.
How are you?
I'm great.
The shade.
There's no. The shade would be. Did I hear the door open? Did I hear clicking? Did I hear somebody be like, just come on here, sit on down, get yourself ready? I was like, let me check my text messages. Because I woke up to a text, but it's okay. Brother, you only got a few minutes. So tell us about you have a big cruise coming up this weekend. Tell us what's up.
Let's do this first.
Go.
So not only while I was coming in, I obviously was listening to the show.
Uh-huh.
So, man, brother, it's a lot going on. And I think you do a great job of attacking. And not attacking, that's the wrong word. No, attacking is really the right word. But the mind space of what's going on, not just particularly in Chicago, but across the nation. So I just wanted to say that.
What
and the energy.
No, you're going to run out of time. Talk about your show.
Oh, I got it. But I want to say that because it's hard to switch energy. And just because I was listening to the show, I mean, I want to talk about the cruise, the fun, and all of that. But I just want to acknowledge the conversation prior to that.
My dude. It's a lot going on in Chicago.
Right.
It's a lot. It's a lot of different energies flying around the world. Negro auctions are going on all over the country. And it's like, here we sit in the midst of truth. So with that in mind, brother, I talked to Brother Anthony yesterday. He has some health issues. And I keep encouraging him. I think some of it is in his health and in his food. And you have been the guru of plant-based life here lately. So tell us, you got something big coming up this weekend. See, how's that for a layup?
That was good. I appreciate it.
See, I
wanted to, yeah. You do a great job.
We don't talk to Reese, though. I'm docking Reese. Okay. It's all good.
So, we have a cruise coming up this Sunday, so we want to thank everybody that was paying attention yesterday and has been listening. But we have a cruise on Lake Michigan, the Spirit of Chicago. It is an all plant-based brunch from 11:30 to 2:30. We're going to be out on Lake Michigan. We're going to have food, music, fun. It's going to be great vibes. The tickets are selling, so we are particularly grateful to WIIFTBP. And as we said yesterday, to Maze for even allowing us to come on, talk about it. But we've been actually advertising the boat cruise for over the last 5 weeks or so, just in different stages. And so we're making the last push. We want you to meet us out there. Summertime shy. We're coming to the end of it. And whether you're vegan or not, as a matter of fact, 90% of the people who will be on the cruise are not vegan. They just want to sample some vegan food. They want to get out on Lake Michigan, hear a DJ, and have some fun. So come join us if you'd like to.
Now, how do I get tickets?
You can get tickets on Eventbrite. I'll actually I'll post something in a little bit. Tech is not totally my thing, but we have the Black Mall. You can go to theblackmall.com. You can get tickets. It is the Shocking Yacht. And it's also on Eventbrite at the Shocking Yacht. And that's the 100% plant-based cruise. And tickets are still available. We're making the push. And we've had over, we're almost approaching 200. So we really appreciate people.
All right, 200 tickets sold. So we need to close out. We want to sell about another 75 tickets to get this thing completely sold out so we can rock the boat. Because I want to say that part. When you see the boat are rocking, don't come and knocking. Oh, but this is a vegan boat trip, so you're going to be eating and dancing and partying. Man, vegans don't kick it. Do vegans really kick it?
Oh,
I mean, what y'all do? We got to listen to like a violinist or something? Do we got to listen to like African drum beats? Or?
No. We're gonna listen to the music that you love to listen to. And we're going to be out there. We're going to be kicking it. There's a cash bar, so we're going to have fun.
Brothers get a little nervous on boats, man. It's a lot of black people on one boat.
Oh, they wasn't nervous on the last boat cruise
Captain White?
on. Yeah, he white.
Oh, damn. Good thing Lake Michigan don't connect to the ocean.
But that's why we got to have you out there, man, so you can check our back.
Now, I'm funny acting, right?
I know, but that's what we need.
I don't kick it with everybody.
That's fine.
And so.
Can we have the Maze Jackson section?
You know what, Brother Sadiq?
Can we do that?
You know what? Maybe on a different day. This is what I am going to do, though. I am going to tell everybody that is tuned in out here, you all got to go grab tickets to plant-based. So let me say this. A lot of us are this lifestyle that we have chosen, where you speak black stuff, unadulterated. It's not very profitable. They don't look for a lot of people, don't look to sponsor. And so we have to figure out ways to monetize what we do. Brother Sadiq has created, I want to say a series of events, right? A series of events to help us intermingle what we like in our lifestyle as well as integrating it into a better, healthy lifestyle. It's funny that we're talking about this because I make fun about the vegan stuff all the time. And I probably ain't going to be because he tricked me into some fake rib tips one time. Was it
good?
No. They were until I chewed them. Like until I thought about this ain't chicken. I mean, this ain't pork.
Beef or pork, yeah.
Right? And then I was like, wait a minute. But what I would say is that this plant-based lifestyle is really expanding across the country. It is actually, people are actually starting to figure out ways to use their food as power to live and to grow. And I actually was this week saying, man, I need a list of things I could eat because I'm getting tired. I was like, I'm getting tired of steak, chicken, and whatever. I said, maybe I have to call Brother Sadiq and we can put together a fish-based
That's
menu.
what's up.
But to start really concentrating on our health and really, I saw another meme that said, enjoy your 20s, 30s, and 40s because in your 50s, your check engine light come on. Right? And in the 50s, your check engine's lights comes on. And you find out that some of the things that you've been doing may have caught up with you. I will never forget when the brother first became a vegan and there were issues of cancer. Right? I don't say who, what, where, when, why, or how. But I remember it was like, the desperation of hearing about this cancer. And the brother was so confident. He just looked at me like, man, we could deal with that. And not a year later after a plant-based lifestyle did that person who was diagnosed with cancer, colon cancer, find themselves in a better place, healthy and kicking it. And so I believe, and as I think a lot of the stuff that I think of now, I thought of as quackery back in the day. And now we're coming full circle to people recognizing that you can be healed from plants.
Right.
You can be healed naturally. It's almost crazy for me because I always be like, man, they made a medicine. And then somebody always says, that medicine was based on a plant that then they tried to synthetically reproduce. But if you take the plant, then you're still in a good space. So, Brother Sadiq, even though you took my last 10 minutes, I want you, and you're going to have Reese doing push-ups and running around the lot. Cause I never. He already blew it.
Oh, that's
he already blew it.
Oh, dang.
But
Reese,
you know,
I'm sorry.
and I was gonna use my, give them a string and they want to be a cowboy. But then I realized the root of that is based in white supremacy saying get that nigga inch and he'll take a right.
Right.
So I can't use that no more. But I am gonna say we're gonna use this as the corrective story. Cause I'm gonna tell this story forever. Forever.
I just said a message. I didn't.
Did you book it?
I didn't. But
did you book it? Did you? Cause you could have. Did you have him on? Did you have him on Wico?
No, he can always come.
So right. But whose show is Wico?
Mine.
Okay.
But I didn't book him for this. I said, hey man, you know what, Maze, that's your boy. He been riding solo. I said, holla at him, see if he'll come on. For him.
So you made a statement.
I made the statement. He said, reach out to Maze. After I text you, it was week on Wednesday. So I literally after that text, I was on a whole nother mission. The next text I got downstairs. Hey, that's your boy. That's your boy.
What? So let me say this, right? So I'm not sure. I mean, he's my boy, so he's sitting here, right? Yeah. Right? Like, I'm never gonna play my boy. But I also say, like, yo, cuz, we gotta have a protocol here. Right? Like, it's like sometimes I know y'all don't think remember how you said, man, he be here at 4:00 in the morning. Right? It's cause I think about it. I plot it out. I max it out. But it's like the look. So when my brother calls me and says, hey man, I got a plant-based cruise and I need to sell tickets, you know what I say? Call Reese and get you an hour on the station, put it on whenever you want and go as hard as you want, bring whoever. My house is your house. That's what I say, right? So if I get up in the morning and then somebody got their feet under my cover, I ain't tripping. It's like, fam, you always got a place. You can always come to the crib. But we just gotta, it's all good. You could have been on from 10 to 11. Could have had your own show.
No, I'm all good.
It's all good. It's all good. That's what I want y'all to do, though. I want y'all to buy the tickets. And I want you to put in the comments, thank you, Reese. Right? I want you to put in the comments.
If you sell out, then
DJ Reese. And if he sell out, then you send me a check. No. Hey, y'all. This is the Maze Jackson Show. Right?
Most definitely, it is the Maze Jackson Show.
I'm just going to tell you, it's just, Hey,
man, by the way, what you do to Todd?
Got him a job. Oh. Story of my life, right? Nobody. What did I do to Todd? I got Todd a job. I got him off the bench. I tried to get him closer to the end of his pension. You know what? That Maze, he sucks. He hate everybody. That nigga, he always be. All I ever try to do is help anybody. Cause can't really that many people help me.
Where's Ruthie?
Ruthie is having taking some time because we all trying to get ourselves together before we get back into the full. So she taking some time. She'll be back next week.
Okay. All right. That's cool.
But can I tell you something? Just so we clear though, right? Reese, Reese said, hey, you been solo dolo all week. I done have it. Cause you know what people miss sometimes?
What's
me.
That? Of course.
Just so we clear, it used to be a time when I did this thing all solo dolo. Right? And we ain't lose no numbers this week, did we, Reese?
No, I think you actually went up in numbers.
Right, we didn't lose no. So why you inviting guests? Right? No, I'm just saying. Reese say, I'm inviting you rolling so my look at hey, man, we've closed every show at least 170.
He's gifted at this, Reese.
We 170, we down to 117.
You peaked at 223 yesterday. That was just on Facebook.
It's 903 though.
No, but yesterday we went over and guess what?
They stayed with you yesterday.
They stayed with me. And if I said I was going another hour, guess what? That'll go back up. But that's neither here nor there.
Really? You think if you said you was going another hour, it would go back up?
100% do.
Go back up to what?
I bet you I can get it back to 150. But I'm not going to.
No. I'm not.
I have no doubt I can get it back to 150. And I'm at 150 right now because if you look at, I'm already over 200 right now. If you look at YouTube.
YouTube. No, I'm talking about just on Facebook though. You think you could get Facebook back up to 150?
Without a doubt. I bet if I went live at 1:00 every day, I bet you I'll be over 100 views. I bet you
live.
If I went live every day at 1:00,
1:00
if I went live every day at 1:00, it'd be over 150 viewers right here.
And how much time? If you went live at 1 o'clock, how much time would it take 150 people to get into the room?
See, he's trying to diffuse the situation. But it would probably take about 30 to 45 minutes. If I did a 2-hour broadcast, no doubt it'd be over 150. And if I had a topic, 1 o'clock. 1 o'clock. I can move it anywhere.
That's a tough spot.
I can move it anywhere. It's been at 4 a.m. It could be at 3 a.m. It could be, man, I gotta ask Reese. Maybe I should ask Reese what time we do the show from now on. Reese, what time we do the show? You tell me what time you want me to be here, sir.
He is the king of shade.
I'm not the king of shade.
Yes, he is. Dark hair. I mean, that brother is good. That brother. Oh my God.
I'm just saying, you open it.
You talking about, hey.
I know, because I heard the door open and I was like, because I seen the text this morning.
Reese,
and
he gonna tell this story goes from now. It'll be 2040.
I'm gonna ask Reese, what time can I turn on the mics tomorrow? May I touch the camera, sir? Sir, is it okay if I turn on the lights?
I didn't book the show.
Yeah, that's all right. Because next week at WeCo, I'm gonna invite Reverend such and such, and he gonna be sitting there like, no, Reese and them, no.
Oh, dude, he might find out something about Reverend.
Lord have mercy,
oh
Jesus.
Boy.
Yeah, and I said it too. I did.
There you all have it. Maze Jackson. He is the man. You
all right, y'all.
understand?
No, I'm feeling the
I
same
love
kind
it.
of way. But y'all go buy y'all some tickets to the plant-based African.
Somebody said
boat
not
cruise.
1 p.m. You got to listen to Al Sharpton.
Oh Jesus! Oh, y'all can't make me.
You think you could?
Yes.
That is Al's time, though.
I could. I'll whoop Al's ass. Al would be looking at 6. Al would be like, "Where did everybody go?" You crazy? Hey, bro. Let me just tell you, I do this. Like, I don't think anybody. I mean, I think I don't just show up. I don't just sit down. I value every minute that I have with my audience, and I value trying to make sure that they got production.
Let me say this, and this is why I came in even before we started talking about the cruise. And I was thinking about this when I can't remember if it was Monday or Tuesday.
And you know I'm funny acting, right? So I keep notes. You know, I take notes, right?
I'm clear.
You know, I'd be like, what was you at? What was you doing? Gotcha.
But there is, especially when it comes to insider politics, what's happening, what's on the scene, I don't think there's anybody that could do it better. And I'm not, I mean, you're my boy, but I'm being like serious.
We appreciate being the content providers for so many people. It's the Maze Jackson. No, I'm saying, like, if you tune in to the other station right now, I bet you it'll be a continuation of the show. Every day I get calls or texts from people who be like, good Lord, how they gonna do your show again, right? Like, what if you didn't talk, they wouldn't even have content. I don't know what that radio station be thinking.
That's true. Because the whole week when I was sitting in, people had started talking about plant-based stuff, and I was like, good God.
Then I came back and it was like, and now we're back to 200 plus. Hey, y'all.
I was talking about the other shows.
Oh, the other shows.
Not your
Are there
shows.
other shows?
No, not really.
That's what I thought.
Yeah.
All right, y'all. This is the Maze Jackson Show. Asking every single day, what's in it for the black people? So wait a minute, baby, back up. This is the DJ Reese the Ruler Show. Booking guests anytime, any place, sticking them anywhere in my show, in his show. Woo! I'm just happy to be in his presence. I'm grateful that he turned on the mics for me today. I'm grateful that he shows up every day, and I'm thankful, Reese, for your production skills, and thank you for producing the Maze. The Maze. Is it the your name gotta go first? The Reese and Maze Jackson Show.
No, I still say the best for last. I like it like that.
Oh, you like it like that? All right. Well, I'm gonna tell you. Then, if you want to save the best for last, what am I doing on this early? It's the Maze Jackson Show, damn it! And I do this, and I be laughing too.
So dark in here.
I do be laughing. I be like, it was dark. It's been dark a lot of places lately. Like, you gotta turn on the lights, man.
I got a question for you.
Don't ask me. Don't ask me, because you will get an answer.
Did you say you would whoop Al Sharpton's ass?
I will whoop. What time do Al Sharpton come on?
1 o'clock.
Would you do? I could start a 1 o'clock show every day. I bet you I'll be Al Sharpton up out this joint.
I don't think you do every day. I think you do a 1 o'clock special and see what you could do. Just do a special.
You know that'd be kind of. Al would be like, dang.
Just do a special. Here, brother. I mean, it's enough out there.
We could do it. Al Sharpton for the signals. You know, I might. You know what? You know what I was thinking though. Since Windy City Live is off.
What's up?
I might just do the new Windy City Live.
We should do it here.
Do it right here. Be on 1 o'clock every day.
Why not?
Man, be fun. All right, y'all. We never know.
You Maze Jackson. You bigger than Harold Washington.
No, I'm not bigger than Harold Washington.
That's a joke from Delirious.
Oh, ha, very funny motherfucker. Very funny motherfucker.
Are you cussing in the morning up?
It's after 8:30, 8 o'clock. The Saints are gone. The Saints are gone. Hey man, I'm gonna tell you, we can have a real sex segment. We could, man.
Let's not do it with Reese though.
Nah, we gotta put plastic on the chairs then. Hey y'all. Yeah, okay, I'm just telling y'all. Y'all do know I do keep score though. I do keep score. I pay attention to everything. I might not say nothing, but I keep score. And can I just tell you the other part is? Y'all be telling. What's the funniest thing is, I don't gotta say nothing and the inbox be like, did you hear what? I be like, don't tell me. Yeah, the new Windy City Live. I'm gonna call Val too.
You should do it.
See what's up. Hey y'all, all right, we gotta get up out of here because he came up in here. Look, that was the ultimate deflection. Look, he slid the shade off of him and slid it on out the door. Reese, what time do I need to be here tomorrow?
Oh boy.
Your regular time is good. Your regular time.
My regular time or your regular time?
No, definitely yours.
All right, y'all, this is the Maze Jackson Show. So for Maze and Reese, Ruthie, Todd, Brother Sadiq, who, just come in when you want to. Open door policy. Hey, y'all, by the way, text Reese if you just want to drop in. He'll let you know. He'll give you a spot. He even clean. You don't be promising out the number 1 seat too, do you? Let me know if I gotta give up the 1 seat. All right, y'all, this is the Maze Jackson Show. I have thrown enough shade today. But first of all, don't be, you kicked it off, right? I'm just saying, so because this is how it's going, this is how it always works. Remember I told y'all about the fight, right? When we was growing up, when we was in college, and he was in the mix of everything. This dude just came in here, started matches, started throwing stuff, kicked it off, and then they gonna put him in the bed and be like, Maze Jackson did it. Maze Jackson did it. Now, hey, Joe, go take that to your boy. Go take it to your boy.
We ready.
All right, it's the Maze Jackson Show.
That's not how that works.
It is. We like mugs all beat up, beat down. They got Chauncey Brother Sadiq in the bed. They done put him in the covers, tucked him in, the whole thing. He come back the next morning with an egg sandwich, talk about what happened? Cause I be the villain. See, he do it with a smile. He do smile shady. I just be like, and y'all be like, and he be laughing at you. You be laughing right along, and he be laughing at you. But alas, it is the Maze Jackson Show, and so I really am going to get out of here. So for let me start this. For Reese, Ruthie, Todd, Brother Sadiq, and Lil old Maze Jackson, I am the host unless Reese says something different tomorrow.
This guy
asking you every single day, what's in it for the black people? And if you don't like it, you can still tell them. Reese, can I tell him? No, he said, we out of here. Peace.